This is a time of cheer to think of the colorful friends we've got, like little Bucklebuster here. He is the rainbow at the end of the pot. So long.
The King's Men and Little Teeny tell the story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
This is the story of a reindeer, a super extraordinary reindeer. He wasn't what a reindeer ought to be, for he had one peculiarity. Go on, Teeny, you tell him.
Okay, fellas, I'll tell him. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever...
The Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's new water repellent glow coat present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Cliff Arquette, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Again tonight, I'm bringing you the great news about Johnson's new glow coat. It is now positively water repellent. Yes, at last, there's a self-polishing floor wax that does not show ugly spots when you wipe up spilled things. Muddy footprints tracked in snow just whisk right off its hard, shining surface. Glow coat stays on, stays bright, even after repeated damp moppings. In fact, Johnson's glow coat now lasts up to 4 times longer. Guaranteed the most economical self-polishing floor wax you can buy. Glow coat is as easy to use as ever. You get the same lustrous shine without polishing. Protects your floors, as always, with a tough, lustrous shield that reduces wear, makes cleaning far easier. And now, Johnson's new glow coat is positively water repellent. Saves work, saves floors, saves money. Lasts up to 4 times longer. So tomorrow, get Johnson's new glow coat in the regular glow coat package. No change at all in the container. Ah, but what a wonderful difference inside. Well, it looks like the gentle hand of fame has finally slapped the ears off Mr. McGee of Wistful Vista. With him right now is the president of the so-called Man of the Year Book Publishing Company. And what he has just nominated Mr. McGee for, you won't believe. Mrs. McGee is skeptical about it, too. But listen to the conversation between J. Worthington Grift and Fibber McGee and Molly.
Did you hear that, Molly? Did you hear what the man said? Me, the Man of the Year.
Yes, I heard it. What year is that? The year of the big crash?
Oh, no, 1949. Naturally, madam.
Naturally, madam. Wow. The Man of the Year.
Now, look, let's face it, McGee, you're not the
As
type...
I say, the time is short. Our Man of the Year book is about to go to press, and our Board of Trustees has chosen Mr. McGee from among thousands of men as Man of the Year from this state.
The whole state, Molly. Ah, fame at last.
Oh, dear.
Tell me more, Bud. Tell me more. Go on, elaborate.
Well, we'd like to run your picture in the book, of course.
You have my permission, Bud. Fibber McGee, Man of the Year.
You'll be in with famous men from other states. Only one from each state, of course.
Oh?
Men like Jimmy Roosevelt, Vice President Barkley, Grace of Bethlehem Steel.
Oh, women too, eh?
No, dearie, Grace of Bethlehem Steel is a man.
She is?
Yes. Look, I have just one question, Mr. Graff.
Grift, Mrs. McGee. J. Worthington Grift.
One question. How much does it cost?
Cost? Oh, now, please, Mrs. McGee, let's not talk about money.
No. My gosh, not that.
The Man of the Year book, Mrs. McGee, is a non-profit deal.
Well, most of my deals are non-profit, Bud. If I can just break even once in a while, I'm happy.
All we ask our Men of the Year to do is to help defray the cost of publishing this great book. The book which will spread their fame throughout the nation.
Fibber McGee, Man of the Year, throughout the nation.
Oh, wait till you see this beautiful volume, Mr. McGee.
Huh?
Handsomely engraved on genuine simulated parchment-type newspaper stock. And bound in Morocco.
Morocco, eh?
Morocco, Indiana. Now, this handsome book that
How much?
$25 for developing and processing his photograph, and $10.50 a copy for the book.
That's all. Thank you, Mr. Griff, but we're not interested. Now, if you'll excuse
Oh,
us.
not interested. No. Tut. You're just excited, my dear. After all, when one's husband has just been selected Man of the Year, one should not think of money. Leave us not be sorted.
But, McGee, now,
And
you...
speaking of sorted, have you sorted the laundry today, Molly? If you want to go sort the laundry now while I and Griffin
No,
talk about this.
I give up. I quit. I'll keep quiet. You go right ahead.
Good. Now, if you'll just sign this contract, Mr. McGee.
Give me the pen. Fibber McGee, Man of the Year. There you are, Bud.
Now, the check. I've reserved 5 copies of the book for you, so just sign this check to $77.50, and I'll be on my way.
Okay, $77.50, eh? There you are, Bud. And the right change, too. Now, how about the picture? Will you send a photographer?
No, I'll just take this picture off the piano here. This'll do all right.
That's Uncle Dennis.
We'll retouch it, madam. Congratulations, Mr. McGee, and goodbye.
Oh, my gosh. Them high-class book publishers are terrific, Molly. Imagine taking a picture of Uncle Dennis and making it look like me when all the time...
$77. Oh, come in.
Well, don't get sore about it. Did I ring too loud or something?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Gamble. I'm not mad at you.
Oh, good. Say, who was the speedy-looking character in the pinstripe spat who nearly ran over me on the porch? Friend of yours, Duckface?
That doctor was J. Worthington Griff, the noted publisher. He just dropped in to bring me the good news.
Good news?
For $77.50, Doctor, himself here has just been made 1949's Pigeon of the Year.
It's Man of the Year, Molly.
Oh, no.
Yep. The Board of Trustees has just chose me Man of the Year for this whole state, that's all. Going to have my name in the official book, and a picture, too.
Of Uncle Dennis.
No, that picture will be okay, Molly. You heard him say they'd retouch it. They're experts.
Oh, I love that picture of Uncle Dennis, Molly.
Yeah.
The first thing the retoucher will have to do is paint out that extra pair of eyes on his forehead.
Well, Uncle Dennis always claimed the camera wobbled when they took it, Doctor.
That guy, kiddo, everything wobbled. When the photographer told him to look at the birdie, he held out for Old Crow.
Give me the details on this 7750 story, Molly. Did little Swindler's pet here actually bite on the old book racket? That's the corniest swindle since...
What do you mean, swindle? I told you I was chose Man of the Year. Legitimate. You wouldn't happen to be so jealous you can't see straight, would you? Gas pain.
Now, McGee, don't...
Oh, well, my gosh, just because the only picture he ever had printed was an x-ray of his kidneys in the medical journal that looked like 2 lima beans in a tub of lard. On account of that, he's got a...
Now, McGee, stop it. Stop.
Look, dream boy. With your genius for involving yourself in messes, you remind me of my brother.
Oh, yeah?
He was a bomber pilot, and any time his plane got in a jam, he'd drop a magnesium flare so he could see to land.
Oh, I remind you of him, huh?
Yes, you too have a flair for getting into trouble. So long, Molly.
Billy Mills in the orchestra and the Johnson Rag.
Fibber McGee, 1949's Man of the Year. Boy, this sure upsets all the predictions, don't it?
If you mean the one in the Peoria High School Annual that voted you the man most likely to be forgotten before the ink dries in the high school annual, yes.
You betcha. And can you imagine Aunt Sarah's face when she gets the news? She always says I'd never amount to anything, too, either.
Oh, she didn't say that, dearie.
Sure she did.
Oh, no. She merely said that if you ever really made up your mind to be somebody, that with your brains and persistence, and given a little luck, no matter who tried to stop you or what obstacles were placed in your path, nothing would happen.
My gosh, did she really say that? I guess I must have misunderstood her. She's a pretty shrewd judge of character, Aunt Sarah is.
Well, as the lady remarked when she stood on her head to watch television, that's one way to look at it.
Darn right. Now, let me see. I wonder if I better have Look Magazine send a cameraman out here. Make a great cover picture. I could be sitting in front of the fire with my Great Dane.
Hello, Molly. Hi, pal.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Good day, my boy. I suppose you dropped in to inquire as to what I attribute my success to what?
What success, pal?
They just made me Man of the Year for 1949, Junior.
Who did?
A slick stranger with a fast fountain pen.
Molly seems to think the guy was a gyp artist, Junior, but wait till some big corporation makes me chairman of the board at $200,000 a year. It's awful hard for a woman to shrug her shoulders in a mink coat.
Tell me more about this, pal. On what basis was the selection made? Looks, wealth, social position, achievements?
Well...
I guess that answers that question. You mean that you were not approached in this matter, Mr. Wilcox, or aren't you on the sucker list?
No, I guess they got me tagged as just an ordinary guy. But say, if there was an award for the product of the year, I'll bet I know what it would be.
I'll bet I do, too. But if I mentioned it, everybody would think I just wanted one for nothing.
No. I mean Johnson's new water-repellent glow coat.
Well, heavenly days, how did you ever happen to think
Because
of
the new water-repellent glow coat is the greatest, most sensational development in floor protection in many years. To think that now a housewife can wipe up spilled things with a mop or a damp cloth without leaving drab smears and dull spots.
We better get some of that for our own use, kiddo. I've heard it said that our dull spots are beginning to show.
Go on, let Mr. Wilcox make a living.
Thank you, Molly. But as a housewife yourself, I don't have to tell you how much the new self-polishing water-repellent glow coat means in saving time and work.
Indeed you don't, Mr. Wilcox.
Why does he? Every Tuesday night for the past 15 years?
Because when you apply the new water-repellent glow coat, it stays on and it stays bright.
Right.
You don't wipe up the wax when you wipe up the floor. Oh, hey, and look, pal.
Huh?
Don't let a little success like this go to your head.
What do you mean?
Remember, it isn't how you see yourself that counts. It's how others will be seeing you.
Be what, Mr. Wilcox?
Be seeing you. So long now.
Notice his face when I told him I'd just been picked for the Man of the Year, kiddo? Pure jealousy.
I thought it was pure apathy myself.
No, jealousy. I can read that fellow like a book.
Maybe because he's Johnson's bestseller, huh?
Imagine being envious simply because a friend of yours gets to be choiced for an honor like Man of the Year. Why, my gosh, if a pal of mine was that successful, I'd be the first to congratulate.
What's the matter?
You know something? I ain't been congratulated by anybody. Not even you.
Well, McGee, I think you've been the victim of a gold brick peddler.
Oh, well, my
Now,
God.
look, why don't we ride downtown and check this thing with the police, dearie? It can't do any harm, and maybe
Oh, well, if it'll make you any happier, Molly, okay. In fact, I'll be glad to prove to you that this is a legitimate deal. Get your hat, and we'll grab a streetcar, and we'll be down.
Come in. Well, for goodness sakes, make room for another fairly prominent citizen, McGee. It's the mayor. Come on in, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. Good day, McGee.
Hi, Latriv. Heard about me?
Yes, but I didn't believe it.
You didn't?
No, when they told me, I said it was impossible. No one could rip the cover on the Elks pool table every week for 7 straight weeks.
Now, that ain't what I was referring to, Latriv.
No?
No, he was referring in his shy, bashful way to the fact that for only $77.50 and the Swiss sales talk, he was selected as the Man of the Year for this community for 1949.
It's a tremendous honor, Latriv. I get my name and my picture in the book, too, you see. The Man of the Year 1949 book. For a guy that's never had his name in anything but the telephone directory, that's a pretty big step forward.
Yes, it is. As I always say, it's better to be a big toad than a little puddle.
Who's a big toad?
I beg your pardon? I didn't say anyone was a big
Personally, I don't think calling a man a toad is particularly flattering, Mr. Mayor, of all the repulsive things.
Please, I was not calling your husband a toad.
Oh.
I just remarked that it was better to be a big toad than a little puddle.
Now, just a minute there, son. When you refer to the very city of which you happen to be the mayor of it as a little puddle, by George, I think it's time
that was just part of the expression.
If I were you, Mr. Mayor, and I'm glad I'm not because I look very silly in a high silk hat, I'd forget my being overlooked in the selections and not refer to the winner as a dirty little reptile in a mud hole.
Because a toad could hardly be
I
considered...
wasn't remudding anybody as a dirty mudder in a nerd hole. A love hole. Look! When I said it's better to be a big poodle than a little toadle, a little paddle in a puddle, a big muddle in a little puddle. You were the one who told I said it was... You must... Pardon. I was trapped. McGee?
Yes, boy?
When I was just a little toddler, there was a nasty little boy who lived next door. I detested him. In order to ignore him successfully, I would start playing furiously with my toys.
But what's that got to do
One
with
of my toys was a little musical top, which I could spin by use of the bellows from the fireplace.
Yeah, but what that's got to do with the...
I think that's why, even now, when I meet someone who's being particularly objectionable, I am inclined to revert to my childhood and blow my top. Good day!
The King's Men and the Old Master Painter.
That old master painter from the faraway hills painted the violets and the daffodils. He put the purple in the twilight haze, then made a rainbow for the rainy days. Dreamed up the murals on the blue summer skies, painted the devil in my darling's eyes, captured the dreamer with 1,000 thrills. The old master painter from the faraway hills. Then came his masterpiece, and when he was through, he smiled down from heaven and he gave me you. What a beautiful job on a wonderful day. The old master painter from the hills. Far away, far away, far away, far away. He put the purple haze upon the flame. He made the rainbow follow after rain. And moonlight for lovers lane. That old master painter from the faraway hills painted the violets and the daffodils. Then came his masterpiece, and when he was through, right out of heaven he sent me you. So I give thanks each day for the old master painter from the hills. Far away, far away, far away, far away.
It's pretty silly to me, Molly. Man of the Year. Riding on a streetcar. The hoi polloi. Riding all the way down to the police station just so he can prove to his own wife that I'm famous. My gosh, on the street car.
Well, I'm sorry, dearie, but I still think you've been swindled. Let's ask the chief of police about it and find out.
All right.
Well, next. Rowdy foolery. Won't transfer.
I don't think you quite grasp what a terrific honor this thing is, Molly.
I wish I'd have grasped that 7750 before that grafter Grip grabbed it. I hope I'm wrong, sweetheart, but to me this whole deal looks as shady as the north side of a haystack.
Well, you'll see, kiddo, you'll see. I only wish I'd brought along an apple for you.
Why an apple?
So the trip wouldn't be entirely fruitless. My gosh, don't you get it, Molly? You says, why an apple? And I says...
Next time, call for Lassmark. Call for Lassmark next. Take for next.
Stop, McGee, 14th Street.
Yeah, well, come on. Boy, when that chief of police finds out he's talking to the man of the year, he'll probably be so impressed he'll want to give me a free book of traffic tickets. You wait and see.
Call for Lassmark. All out for call for Lassmark. Nerf car. Let him out, please.
Coming out, please. Thank you.
Now watch your step, Molly. That's it.
Between high steps and tight skirts, I guess I just...
Take it over, next. Take it over.
This way, kiddo. As soon as I get you straightened out on this thing, I'll call the papers and endorse a few products, and look who's coming, the old timer.
Oh, yes, and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Hello, you two.
Hello there, daughter. Hi, Johnny.
Hi, old timer.
You kids know Bessie, don't you? Say hello to the folks, Bessie.
Hello, you all. Me and O.T. was just down
That's enough, Bessie. Just so old, that's enough. What you doing down here, kid?
Well, we're down here on business, old timer. Matter of fact, I just been conferred on with a great honor on. You're looking at the new man of the year.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, Mrs. McGee. I've been going around with the old man of the year myself.
Now, don't go getting personal, Bessie. I know who you mean.
Oh, I'm just teasing you, O.T. I'm pretty independent, you know, since I had that offer to work in the movie.
No kidding, Betsy. Really? You in the movies? What'd they offer you?
3 cents a bag for all the popcorn I can sell.
Bessie knows popcorn, kids, from top to bottom.
Well, that's the best way to eat it.
Yeah, her brother was in the business. Invented himself a process for refining crankcase drainings and using them to butter popcorn with.
My gosh, I wish I'd have thought of that one. Did he get rich?
No, he had bad luck, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
Somebody told him popcorn would cure the hiccups, so he ate a bag.
Well, did it work?
Well, it cured his hiccups, but he developed a bad piston knock. He started making a full stop at railroad crossings. And the winter Mama caught him drinking antifreeze. We sold him to the used car dealer, and that is...
Oh, hold it, Bessie, hold it. Take it easy, baby. Don't hog the conversation. I'll tell the folks what happened to your brother.
Some other time, old timer, some other time. As the man of the year, I can't stand here gabbing. I got things to do.
Yes, first of all, we're going in the city hall here to see the chief of police.
Yeah, Molly's got some strange idea that I don't deserve this honor, old timer. She thinks it's a swindle.
Swindle, eh?
Yeah.
Is this the deal where a fella comes to the house, tells you you're elected Mr. America, and sells you a bunch of books with your picture in it for $5 a copy? Papa worked that through the South and made a lot of them.
No, this is entirely different.
Oh, yes, indeed. This book sells for $10.50 a copy.
Sure, and besides, I'm not Mr. America. I'm the man of the year.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, that's different, Johnny. Sounds like you got a fine deal. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
But, daughter, don't ever let the boy go for that $5 deal. It's crooked. Well, so long, kid.
Ta-ta, you all.
McGee, let's find out about this thing right now.
Good. I want to get started endorsing stuff right away, Molly. Every minute I lose is, hey, Bud, is the chief in? Because, oh, are you the chief police?
That's right, mister. What's your problem?
No problem, Bud. You probably don't know who you're talking to, so I'll introduce us. I'm Fibber McGee, Man of the Year. And this is my wife, Mrs. Man of the Year. This is Fibber McGee.
How do you do, I'm sure, Chief?
Glad to know you, madam. Now, if you'll... Who did you say you are?
Oh, you'll read about it in the papers. I've just been chosen Man of the Year from this section by the Board of Trustees of the...
Man of the Year?
You see, Chief, this man came to the house, this Mr. Grift, and he told my husband they'd picked him Man of the Year, and he collected $77.50 and left.
And my wife thinks there may be something wrong, although personally, I've been expecting this recognition.
Something wrong? Why, that crook, that's the rottenest swindle I ever heard of, the dirty dog.
Mm-hmm.
Clancy Walker, Stanislaus. Comb the town, throw up roadblocks, drag that crook in here.
Hey, now, just a darn minute. You don't even know the guy. What makes you think he's crooked?
Think he's crooked? That rat told me I was Man of the Year. He charged me $90, that robber.
You hear that, Molly? You hear that? $90. I saved $12.50. I saved $12.50. I bought it for $77.50. Okay, I'll go quietly.
Fibber and Molly return in a moment. Suppose you spill something on a brightly polished floor, or the children track mud or snow all over it. What happens? Is that lustrous shine ruined? Is there a streaky, dull blotch where you wiped up the muss? Not if you protect your floors with self-polishing, water-repellent New Glow. You just whisk spills and tracks away without leaving ugly marks. Even damp mopping doesn't kill that lustrous wax sheen. Johnson's Glow Coat stays on, stays bright, up to 4 times longer. Guaranteed the most economical self-polishing floor wax money can buy. Tomorrow, start using Johnson's water-repellent New Glow Coat. It's at your dealers in the regular Glow Coat container.
Don't take off your hat, McGee.
Why not? I can get it off easy now. My head has stopped swelling.
No, I didn't mean that.
Oh.
But we forgot to stop at Kramer's drugstore to get some more Christmas seals.
Oh, my gosh, so you did.
We did.
Oh.
And we've got to use Christmas seals, you know. Everyone should. Because when you stick a Christmas seal on your cards and packages, you are giving an extra gift. The gift of better health to humanity because you're helping to stamp out tuberculosis.
Right. Good night.
Good night.
The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's new water-repellent Glow Coat, Racine, Wisconsin, and Brantford, Canada, bring you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Be with us again next Tuesday night, won't you?
Present she'll appreciate and treasure for years to come. For it takes all the work out of one of the hardest jobs women do, polishing wax floors. There's no work to it with the Beautifloor polisher. The big whirling brush does all the work while you merely walk along and guide. Tomorrow, see the Beautifloor polisher at any dealer. The full price is only $44.50. Have one delivered to her Christmas morning. Stay tuned for Big Town, coming up next on NBC.
The Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's new water-repellent Glow Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Dick LeGrand, Cliff Marquette, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the Kingsmen and Billy Mills Orchestra, including Ken Darby's own musical setting for The Night Before Christmas. new glow coat is now water repellent. That's the biggest development in floor care in the past 15 years. At last, there's a self-polishing floor wax that does not show ugly streaks or dull drab spots when you wipe up spilled things. Water, spilled ice cubes or drinks, tracked in mud or snow, wipe right off that hard glow coat surface. And you don't wipe off the wax when you wipe up the water. Johnson's glow coat stays on, stays bright, even after repeated damp mopping. In fact, water repellent glow coat now lasts up to 4 times longer. No need for frequent repolishing. More long-lasting floor protection for your money. It's the most economical self-polishing floor wax you can buy. Tomorrow, shine up your floors for the holidays. Protect them from the wear and tear they're bound to get. Save yourself work, save yourself money. Get Johnson's new water-repellent glow coat in the regular glow coat package. No change at all in the container. Ah, but what a wonderful difference inside. There has always been a lot of rivalry in Wistful Vista over whose house is the most beautifully decorated for Christmas. Mr. McGee of number 79 has never placed in the first 25. Until maybe this year, because here in the hardware store, laying in a supply of outdoor lighting equipment, we find that once-a-year exterior decorator and his wife, Fibber McGee and Molly.
That be all, Mr. McGee? Reason I ask is on account I think you got everything we have in the store.
Well, now, let me see. Check the list over with me, Bud. 900 foot of wire.
Wire.
3 pairs of pliers. Better make that 5 pairs. I keep losing them in the shrubbery.
Why don't you get a dozen pairs, McGee? We could give the extra ones as Christmas presents. With a little card that says we'd like to have done something bigger for you, but we feel the pinch this year.
No, let's be practical, Molly. 300 assorted light bulbs.
300 light bulbs.
Yeah, that's it.
Sure 300 will be enough, dearie? That'll hardly light up the country as far as Kansas City.
Oh, no kidding, Molly. You gotta allow for some of them burning out. I've had experience with these things. I'll bet you $2, kiddo, that the first person that comes to the door says, you got the prettiest decorated house on the whole block.
Well, make it $6. I want that one across the board.
$6 it is. Okay, Bud, we got the bulbs, the wire, 5 rolls of friction tape, 4 bags of nails, 2 cartons of holly, and 5 dozen assorted sockets. Check.
Well, we'd prefer cash.
I mean, you check with me on the list?
Oh, yes. Check, Mr. McGee, yes.
Check. Hey, wait a minute. I'll need a couple of step ladders. Good stop step ladders.
Well, I'll have to go out and get those, Mr. McGee. We keep the step ladders in the back room on account of shoplifters. I'll send the boy in with them.
McGee, for what you're spending on this project, why you could hire 3.
Hello there, McGee. Hello, missus.
Hello, Ollie.
Hi, Ollie.
Hey, don't told me you buying all this electric stuff. What you gonna do, McGee? Build a television station?
He's gonna decorate the front of our house for Christmas, Ollie.
Yeah.
He seems to have it confused a little with the Pentagon building.
Ah, wait till you see it, Ollie. It's gonna be beautiful. You decorate your house this year?
Oh, yeah, sure, but not so fancy as you, McGee.
Oh?
We just hung up some holly and a little piece of miserable toe.
You mean mistletoe, Ollie?
To kiss all my wife's relatives under it, missus, it's miserable toe.
Got all your Christmas shopping done, Ollie?
Well, not quite, McGee. For my littlest kid, Sven, I got to get electric train.
Oh?
You know, that you drop in some smoke pills and that makes it just like a real shoo-shoo. Goodness.
Must be very amusing.
Oh, I wasn't laughing at the train, missus. I was laughing because last year my wife's brother, Thor, he swallows 3 of those smoke pills by mistake for headache.
My gosh, Ollie, what happened?
Well, he yelled out toot toot and then he run down the basement, fill his pockets with soft coal, shugs upstairs to the living room and smoke coming out both ears. The last we hear of him, we get called from the roundhouse. Uncle Thor is there asking somebody to escape his boiler. That's Merry Christmas.
if I've forgotten everything now. Let's see. Wire, bulbs, pliers, tape, wires, step ladders, nails.
If you overlook anything, they can send it out in 2 or 3 truckloads. Well, here comes the lad with the ladders now, so let's see.
Pardon me, sir, but I got a couple of platters here. Are these yours?
How's that, Bud? Oh, the ladders. Oh, the step ladders. Yeah, just set them down there.
Oh, whew. Glad to.
Yes, you must be a little tired by now. I imagine this has been a rough week for you clerks.
Oh, I don't mind the work so much, but I don't feel so good today. I got up twirly.
You got up twirly?
Yes, ma'am, I didn't get enough sleep. Getting up swirly.
Yeah, I'll bet you don't, Bud. Like Ben Franklin used to say, twirly to bed and swirly to rise makes a man dizzy.
Yeah, makes me tired, too. I like to sleep late, but this morning I had to get a potato clock.
Really? I've never seen a potato clock.
Do they make them out of the whole potato or just the peel?
Oh, no. I guess you didn't understand me, sir. I mean, I got up early this morning. 8 o'clock.
Oh, 8 bells. Well, help me get this stuff out the car, Bud, and we'll be on.
All right, sir, right away. And anytime you need anything else, just call up here and ask for Herbert Tapple.
Well, thank you, Mr. Tapple. We'll...
Oh, no, not Tapple, ma'am. Apple. Herbert Tapple.
Oh.
Yeah. Look, Bud, I'll show you where the car's parked. You can carry the junk out. Come on, Molly, let's go. Now, you see, Molly, all I got to do is run this wire around the house 6 or 7 times. That's where I was running back with it. Run around the house 6 or 7 times and then hook up the lights to it. See?
Run the wire 6 or 7 times around the house? Well, why?
Why? To build up the current. You got to understand electricity to know these things. You see, that acts as an armature.
Oh?
Steps up the power.
I see.
You see, electricity is simply the result of friction. It was invented by 2 guys from Poland, Naprosky and Novotny.
Oh?
Naprosky always says, yes, electricity is friction, and Novotny always says, no, it ain't. And they became known to science as the positive pole and the negative pole. So when the positive impulse connected to a negative armature gets a resistance, it sets up a kilowatt. Hence the electrode. You see?
No.
Well, I'll break it down for you, Tootsie, except here comes Latrivia. Hi, Latrivia.
Hello, Your Honor.
Oh, hello, Molly. Hello, McGee. Say, that's quite a job you've undertaken there.
You betcha. I got a $6 bet with Molly that when I get done with this job, the first person that sees it will say, you got the prettiest decorated house in the whole block.
Well, you have enough ungrammatical friends to get pretty good odds on it.
You care to stay and help, Mr. Mayor? Otherwise, I doubt if he'll be finished by Labor Day.
Oh, yeah? I've forgotten more about this stuff than most people ever knew. I wish I could remember some of it. But I suppose a politician like you is too busy for such low-type labor.
Yes, except that I prefer to consider myself a statesman rather than a politician.
Mr. Mayor, what is the difference between a statesman and a politician?
A statesman is always out to get his country the best deal he can. A politician is always out to get his.
That's very good, Latrivia. You hear that, Molly? Latrivia just made a very neat epigraph.
Yes, I heard it. You sure you can't stay and see this demonstration of electrical inefficiency, Mr. Mayor?
No, I'm afraid not, Molly. I'm on my way over to Westchester. I'm making a speech in favor of John Netcher for dog catcher.
Netcher for dog catcher at Westchester, eh? Oh, that's cute.
Who's he running against, Mr. Mayor?
A man named Fletcher, Molly.
Both Netcher and Catcher running for dog Fletcher of Chestwester?
No. Netcher and Fletcher are running for Dogchester, Westcatcher. I mean, Dog Netcher of Fletchwester.
Oh. Now, you're a little mixed up, Mr. Mayor. told us that Mr. Chester and Mr. Ketcher were running for net catcher or fletch netcher. Or was it dog fetcher of net wetcher?
You betcha.
No, let me take this slowly, please.
Yes, you better.
Fletcher and Netcher are running for dog catcher of nest wetster. I mean, of wet snatcher. Natch ditcher. Look, I said
Now, hold it, Mr. Mayor, hold it. We better get this straightened out before you try to make a speech in favor of anybody.
Yeah.
Now, then, you're going to Westchester, right?
That is correct.
Two guys are running for dog fletchers, right?
No. They're running for dog catcher.
In Fletchwester.
No. In Westchester.
Oh.
Can't you get this straight? It's perfectly simple. Fletcher and Wetcher are running for Dogchester and Netchester. I mean, for Chester and Dogchester. Wetchester. Oh, blast it! 2 minutes ago, I knew who was running for Dog Snatcher of Westchester. Now I'm sorry I haven't met you. Merry Christmas and good day!
Billy Mills, the orchestra, with the Christmas medley.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm coming down in a minute.
My goodness. The string of colored lights certainly looks pretty, dearie.
You like them, kiddo?
Lovely. When are you going to put them up?
I'm going to start hanging the sockets any minute now. You steady the ladder while I hop down off it, will you?
I've got it. Careful now. Careful of yourself now.
What did I jump on?
Well, what would you jump on, dearie? Just a box of light bulbs, that's all. The only thing you could have jumped on unless you just landed on the bare ground, of course.
So what? I got plenty. Anyhow, look what I'm doing. I got nails drove clean across the front of the house, see, in the shape of letters.
Letters to whom?
No, I mean spelling letters, Molly. All I do now is hang these lights on the nails, turn them on, and presto, the front of our house spells out Merry Christmas in 6 delicious colors. Tricky?
That's a wonderful idea, dearie.
Yeah, the only thing is I made my letters too big and I started over too far.
Well, is that bad?
No, only I couldn't get the whole word Christmas on the front here. The TMUS will be around the corner.
Well, that's all right, dearie. Christmas is just around the corner anyway. But now, look, you better hurry because it's getting late.
Hello, Molly. Hiya, pal.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Junior. Grab a light bulb. You can help us put in some of these sockets.
Oh, I'd love to, pal, but I've got lighting problems of my own at home this evening. Gonna trim a Christmas tree.
That's no problem, Mr. Wilcox, if you have the light.
Well, I checked over the lights last night, Molly. Had 4 strings left from last year, but 3 of them wouldn't work.
Did you finally find one that would work, Junior?
Say, I'm glad you mentioned woodwork, pal. Of course, you sort of dragged it in by the heels there, pal. But as long as you brought up the subject of woodwork, let me tell you about the greatest discovery in years for protecting your wood floors and linoleum. It's Johnson's new water-repellent glow coat.
Oh, of all that... Look, Junior.
Oh, now, McGee, it's Christmas week. Let's humor him.
Oh, well.
What did you say that new discovery is, Mr. Wilcox? Tell us about it.
Well, if you insist.
Don't crowd your luck.
Okay, it's the new Johnson self-polishing water-repellent glow coat. The one self-polishing floor wax that does not show cloudy, milky-looking spots when you wipe up dirt and spill things or mop them up with a damp mop.
Yeah, we know, Junior, we know.
Hush, McGee, hush.
Yes, sir. That gleaming wax protection that glow coat gives your linoleum stays on and stays bright, even after repeated damp moppings. That means the new water-repellent glow coat will last up to 4 times longer than before.
Isn't that interesting? Why does it last longer, Mr.
Oh,
Wilcox?
don't encourage him, Molly. Don't encourage him. You know why it lasts longer? Because it's water-repellent.
I know.
Because when you mop up the floor, you don't mop the wax off. That's why housewives are flocking to buy the stuff.
Not stuff, pal.
Huh?
We never refer to the new Johnson self-polishing water-repellent glow coat as the stuff.
They buy it because they don't have to put it on their floor.
What?
As often.
Oh.
So it saves them time and dough because it lasts so much longer. And the new water-repellent...
Hey, look, Waxy.
Yes, pal.
Look, I'd love to stay here and hear more about this wonderful new product, but I've got to run.
Where, Mr. Wilcox?
In my right sock, you see. Got to go home and change. Have a nice Christmas, kid.
Thank you.
Doggone it, I wish I had a flashlight to see these lights with. It's darker here than I thought.
You have, dearie.
Huh? What?
I had a hunch you might take a little longer than you thought, so what did I do? I brought your old brakeman's lantern out, the one with the green shade.
Hello there, Johnny. Hello, Johnny.
Well, Mr. Oldtimer, and hello there, Bessie.
Hello, you all.
Excuse me while I keep working, old-timer. Hold the light here, Molly. Where you been? Christmas shopping?
No, been to the post office, Johnny. Bessie got a letter. Yes, I did. It's a letter from my sister, Mrs. McGee. She's away at finishing school.
Well, at finishing school, your sister?
I'll read it to you. It says, Buckley Finishing School. Dear Bessie, I'm finished. Love, Essie.
Nice letter. Bessie and Essie, eh? Interesting name.
Yes, Bessie and Essie was twins at one time, Johnny. Just for a while, of course.
Oh, how can you be twins just for a while? How long were you twins, Bessie?
30 minutes. Then my brother Jesse was born and made us triplets. Oh, Mama had such a great sense of humor. She knew all the answers. Speaking of answers, kids, me and Bessie had us quite a time this morning. Went to one of them radio quiz shows. Didn't we, Bessie? Oh, gracious, yes. The doctor of ceremonies said, is there a dancer among those present? So I did a dance.
Jitterbug, Bessie?
No, I got up and did.
I'll tell this, Bessie. I'll tell it. I started it.
O-O-T-U-R-O.
Bessie's got a habit of hogging all the gab, kids. All she wants for Christmas is her 2 front teeth kicked in. Don't you, baby?
Oh, you stop teasing me, O.T.
Oh. Well, sir, Bessie got up at this quiz show and she done a hula-hula dance, but the feller made her stop.
Yeah?
He says, no cooching from the audience, please.
She made a motion before the House and they voted her down, did they? Did you win anything down there?
We sure did, Johnny.
Yeah?
Me and and Bessie want us a Cocker Spaniel and a year's supply of poodle noodles. A new flea-repellent dog biscuit.
Well, now, isn't that nice? Where's the dog now? Is he with you?
No, we took him over to my house and fed him, Mrs. McGee.
Yep. Took one bite of them poodle noodles and then a bite of Bessie's leg.
We was in the living room and he bit me right on the settee.
Never mind. Anyways, he barked, bit Bessie, and bolted. And we ain't seen him since.
My gosh. He runs off and leaves you kids with a year's supply of dog biscuits, eh? What are you going to do with them?
What are we going to do? Put jelly on him, Johnny. Come on, Bessie.
That's how you are. Merry Christmas.
Well, so long, Bessie.
Well, I hope you're nearly finished, McGee. But it's so dark I can hardly see you up on that ladder. You are on the ladder, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm up here. Hold the brakeman's lantern over here, will you? I'm almost through, and there's the last bulb in.
Well, thank goodness. Now get down off that ladder before you break
Just a second, kiddo. I'll be right down. As soon as I turn the juice on by twisting these two little wires together. I got them right here, and...
Heavenly day.
What happened?
You came down. Also, our lights are out. Also, so are all the lights in the neighborhood except this little brakeman's lantern. And I'm going to hang it up here on the steps so we can see our way through this mess. Are you hurt?
No, but let's get in the house before the neighbors start beeping.
My. Come on in the living room, dearie.
Doggone it, here we planned the prettiest decorations in the whole neighborhood, and what do we wind up with?
Well, the green lantern shining on the front porch. The only light in the whole block and the only...
Uh-oh. Now, if that's one of our nosy neighbors snooping around here, trying to find out who blew out his lights, I'll tell him to come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, Teeny. Hi, Teeny. Now, look, if your old man, or if your father sent you over here to beep about his lights being out...
Oh, no, mister, no. I just came to tell you you got the prettiest decorated house in the whole block.
Yeah, but... What did you say?
Who?
You.
When?
Just now.
About what?
About we got the prettiest decorated house in the whole block.
I know it. It's just peachy, the simplicity of it. When I saw that green lantern shining on the faces of all those carolers out there.
Carolers?
What carolers, Teeny?
I didn't hear any carolers.
Sure you didn't, I bet you. They haven't started yet. Hey, Kenny and Ratty and Buddy and Johnny, come on in, kids.
Hello, boy.
Now, the rest of you carolers sit down, and you sit over there, Diane. Ready, gentlemen? And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Water Repellent Glow Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Dick LeGrand, Cliff Arquette, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the Kingsmen and Billy Mills Orchestra. Here's news for the new year. Johnson's Glow Coat is now positively water repellent. And that's news that's going to make 1950 a brighter, easier year for millions of homemakers. Yes, at last, there's a self-polishing floor wax that does not cause ugly spots as you wipe up spilled things. Does not turn drab or milky gray even after repeated damp mopping. Water-spilled food tracked in mud or snow just whisk off its hard, shining surface. And each coat of Johnson's Glow Coat now lasts up to 4 times longer. You get far more for your money in Glow Coat because you have to do your floors far less often. Tomorrow, start using this wonderful new protection for your floors. Get Johnson's water-repellent Glow Coat from your dealer. It's in the regular Glow Coat container, remember. No change at all in the package. Ah, but what a wonderful difference on your floor. Molly McGee has an aunt, Aunt Sarah. Very rich, very lonesome, and in bad health. She has asked the McGees to visit her over New Year's Day. Molly is going in a spirit of sympathy and affection. Mr. McGee is going in a spirit of the old girl is loaded and she can't take it with her. So here packing for the trip, we find Fibber McGee and Molly.
Now, let me see. I wonder if I better take my little electric flat iron with me.
For what? To crack walnuts?
In case I want to press out a dress or something, dearie.
Do your own pressing at Aunt Sarah's? Are you kidding? Why, that house of hers is fuller of servants than Paul Whiteman's riding breeches are full of Paul Whiteman. Hey, what time's the train leave?
5:45.
Standard time?
As standard as that train ever gets. You know something? I've seen the engineer and the conductor at the station synchronizing their sundials. Sit on this bag for me, dearie. Please, I can't get it shut.
Okay. You snap the lock.
All right. There. Are you about ready?
Well, practically. I just wonder if I ought to take this book with me.
What is it?
The Psychological Predetermination of Social Maladjustments from the Standpoints of Heredity and Environment.
Oh?
It's a study of economic factors in conjunction with the materialistic approach to submarginal population areas.
Heavenly day.
Yeah, I thought I might leave it laying around on my night table, you know. Impress Aunt Sarah. She thinks you married a dope. Well, hand me them 2 neckties, kiddo. Thanks. I'm all packed.
Well, good. I'll see that all the doors and windows are... Oh, my goodness.
What's the matter?
I just remembered. Didn't we have tickets to that musical, Tales of the South Atlantic, at the Bijou for tonight?
Oh, is this Tuesday the 27th?
Yes.
Sure.
Sir.
Doggone it. Can't we take a later train?
No, the train we're taking is as late as the train ever gets. We better give the theater tickets to somebody else.
Who?
How about Ole at the Elks Club?
Oh.
He probably doesn't get a chance to see many good shows.
That's a good idea, Snooky. Hand me the phone.
Here.
Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me the Elks Club at 14th and... Oh, is that you, Mert?
Here.
How's every little thing, Mert? Tis, eh? What say, Mert? Your grandmother? Right tackle for who? Oh.
Mert's grandmother's playing football?
No, she was deep-sea fishing in Mexico, but she didn't have the right tackle for swordsman. What say, Mert? Oh, thanks. Let me talk to him. Is this Ole? Hey, look, Ole. This is McGee. Fibber McGee. What are you doing tonight, kid? Well, I got a surprise for you.
McGee, for goodness sake.
We're going out of town, Ole, and I'm leaving a couple of tickets at the Elks Club for you. On our way to the station. At the Elks Club, I'm leaving. Huh? Yeah, a couple of tickets. Yeah, that's okay, Ole. Hope you enjoy it. See you next week, Ole.
You know, I'm glad you did that, dearie. He's such a nice little man and so...
Oh, hey, there's the taxi cab. Grab your hat, baby. I'll bring the grips. Did you put the cat out? Oh, we don't have a cat, do we? Well, come on.
What did information say about our train, dearie?
She just laughed. I asked her, did we have time to grab a sandwich, and she says we got time to go rabbit hunting and cook the rabbits. She says she never...
Your attention, please. Will the parents of the 10-year-old boy in the hop-along Cassidy suit who was checked through from Buffalo, New York, please call for him at what is left of the Traveler's Aid office?
You know, I just love railroad stations.
Yeah.
People going, people coming, people weeping on people's shoulders for fear they might miss the train and have to stay a while longer.
Yeah, very dramatic place. Funny thing happened down here last week. Salesman for an optical company lost a briefcase full of glass eyes on the roadbed.
Heavenly days. Did somebody find it?
Yeah, a doctor for the railroad. Says that was the first time in 30 years he'd ever removed eyes from cinders. And the week before
Your
that...
attention, please. Will passengers who have been informed that all space to the west coast has been sold out and then find the train half empty, please refrain from insulting the conductors. They have their own troubles. Thank you.
You know, I'd like to... Oh, look, McGee, there's the old-timer. And Bessie. Yoo-hoo, Mr. Old-timer.
Oh, hi, old-timer. Hi, Bessie.
Hello there, Johnny. Hello, daughter.
Hello, you all. The reason I say you all is I'm from the South. That's why...
They know that, Bessie. You don't have to keep telling them. Bessie's awful proud of being a Southerner kid.
Yeah?
Her grandpa got gored at Bull Run. Did you, Bessie?
Yes, he did. Oh, he was a fine soldier. General Pickett used to walk around his tent all night long, and Grandpa...
I'll tell it, Bessie. I'll tell it.
Now, let Bessie tell it.
It's her story, ain't it?
Yeah, but Bessie strings them out too long.
Oh.
She kills more points than a 2-bit pencil sharpener. Don't you, Bessie?
If you say so, O.T., isn't he masterful, folks?
Now, sir, at the Battle of Bull Run, General Pickett used to walk around Bessie's grandpa's tent all night long. Finally, her grandpa says, "Hey, General, what's the idea?" And the general says, "I'm a picket and you're a non-union soldier."
I should have told it, O.T.
Hey, you kids are meeting somebody down here.
No, we're going away for a little trip, Mr. Old-timer.
Going to visit Molly's Aunt Sarah for New Year's. Going to stand around and sing "Should Old Acquaintance Be Forgot" while she makes out a new will.
Now, McGee, you know I love Aunt Sarah.
Well, me too. There's something about her that appeals to me. Several things. Oil wells, stocks and bonds.
Oh, speaking of oil, folks, I made a little investment last year in a wildcat well down in Texas.
Isn't that interesting? A wildcat well. Did they strike anything?
Yep, 6 wildcats come climbing out of it. We shot them and made Bessie a fur coat out of them. Hey, Bessie!
Yes, but I had to quit wearing it, O.T. My sister's dog kept chasing me up trees. Goodness gracious, I could just...
Don't string it out, Bessie. You had your laugh. Well, so long, kids. Me and Bessie's got to get over to gate 6. The 5:52's about due.
Oh, you going away somewhere, too?
No, we just...
I'll tell it, Bessie.
Yes, O.T.
We always come down to meet the 5:52, kids.
Yeah?
Only place we can park and kiss each other for 15 minutes without some nosy cop shining a spotlight on us. Come on, Bessie. So long, kids.
So long, you all.
So long, old-timer.
Isn't Bessie sweet, McGee? And the two of them...
Your attention, please. Train number 12, the Cinder Bucket, now leaving on track 48 for Feeling Hollow, Whistleburg, Musson Point, Johnson Junction, and Aunt Sarah's Boy.
Well, come on, Tootsie, that's us. Let's go.
Wait for baby!
Billy Mills in the orchestra and 1,000 violins.
ticketed compartment seat.
Yeah. Go ahead, Molly. Step in.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Very modern. Little small, but...
I'll say it's a little small. Step out now so I can step in with you. Thanks. My gosh, whoever laid out this compartment must have designed it for a family of brooms. Which brooms?
I think it'll be all right, McGee. As soon as the porter is through in here.
Yeah, I guess so. You want the tickets now, Porter?
Oh, no, sir. The conductor will be around to get your tickets later. My job is just to make you folks comfortable.
Yeah, well, you can start by getting off my foot. Taking your elbow out of my eye.
Yes, sir. I'll put the bags up on his way here, sir.
Yeah, don't put the shoebox up there. Don't put the shoebox up there. Don't put the shoebox up there. Leave that on the chair here. I got a pair of old sneakers in there, and I may get hungry later.
My goodness. I hope you don't get that hungry.
Oh. If I have to walk all the way to the diner, I'll want to change shoes first. These new ones are tight.
Well, the dining car's right behind this one, sir.
Oh, fine.
If you don't feel like walking back there, you can get off the train at the next stop, wait till we start up, and get back on the diner. Of course, you'll have to stay there till we get to where you're going because don't back up. Now, if there's nothing else you need...
No, this will be fine, Porter. McGee, before he goes, you know...
yeah. Have you got any change, Molly? This is the smallest I've got, see?
Well, let's do it big this trip. Go ahead. Give him the whole quarter.
Okay, if you say so. Here you are, boy. All yours.
Well, thank you kindly, sir. I've been wanting a quarter for a long time, but all my folks keep giving me them old dirty dollar bills.
Now, I might as well get used to throwing money away anyhow, in case Aunt Sarah wants me to take charge of her affairs for her.
Oh, McGee, Aunt Sarah hasn't had an affair since that second baseman from the Peoria Distillers. Oh, you mean her business affair?
Yeah. I could ruin her business. I mean, I can run her business like nobody's business. Hey, let's nosy up to the club car and see if they'll make us up a couple of hot buttered root beers, huh?
That's a good idea. I want to see more of the train anyhow. Let's live it up, huh? Say, this train has everything, McGee.
Boy, it sure... Oh, look! My gosh, a barber shop. You know what? I think I'll get a shave.
There's a man already in the chair, dearie.
Huh?
Besides, I wouldn't want a barber fooling around with me with a razor on a train this fast.
Why?
Suppose the train lurched or something.
Ah, those guys know their stuff, Molly. I'll bet he hasn't cut anybody. I can shave myself and Aunt Sarah. Well, here we are, Molly. Grab a couple of chairs by the door. That's it.
Oh, isn't this a beautiful car, McGee?
Yeah.
Say, is it all right for us to be in here? Do we have to be members to sit in the club car?
Oh, I don't know, Molly, but bluff it out. Live it up. This is really a snazzy choo-choo.
Attention, please. The train which is about to pass us on the left is the westbound limited for California, the Pony Express.
For a train. I wonder how they ever happened to name it the Pony Express.
I don't know. They probably just got saddled with it some way. Hey, I wonder if I should have left the tickets in our compartment because the conductor...
Hello there, Molly. Hiya, pal. Hey, I've been looking for you ever since I heard you were aboard.
For heaven's sake, Mr. Wilcox.
Yeah, sit down, Junior. Hey, how'd you know we were on here?
I ran into a porter back there. Told me about a fellow giving him his first two-bit tip since 1930. Put two and two together. Where are you going?
We're on our way to spend the holidays with Aunt Sarah, Mr. Wilcox.
Yeah, Molly's rich, man, Junior. Or Molly's rich aunt, Junior. She may want us to help her write a new will. You going someplace, or you just going someplace? You like to ride trains?
I like to ride this club car, pal. I get such a bang out of watching the stewards. The fun they have.
The steward?
Yeah, you're laughing, pal. They're fracturing themselves.
Are they telling jokes?
No. One of them just spilled a drink. Watch them laugh. They're tickled silly because they've got that floor covered with Johnson's water-repellent glow coat.
Oh, no.
Your wiping up spilled things is a picnic.
This picnic is full of ants, Junior, because you sneaked on here.
Look at them. They remember how they used to have to coat that floor every few days with wax. But since Johnson's great water-repellent glow coat hit the market, their linoleum stays protected 3 or 4 times as long.
That's fine, Miss Wilcox, but we're on a holiday.
Every day's a holiday when you use Johnson's glow coat. That's because glow coat is now water-repellent.
I know, but we're going...
Because when those boys wipe up spilled things, they do not wipe up the wax. Johnson's self-polishing water-repellent glow coat stays on, stays bright, much longer.
Gosh, the way they're spilling water, it better be water.
Hey, wait a minute. Those guys are having all the fun. Hey, let me wipe up one, fellas. I'm the Johnson man. Give me a turn. I want to wipe up something. But the wax does not come off.
This is supposed to be a club car, ain't it? Hey, Stewart, get me a club. I want to beat up a junior on a junior.
Now, McGee, hush. That Mr. Wilcox earned a living. For all of us.
Attention, please. The cinder bucket is now passing some of the finest scenery on this line. On your right is Mount Archipride, known from coast to coast as the world's smallest mountain peak, having an altitude of 12 feet above sea level.
My gosh, I wish I had that speaker system. I could think up more interesting stuff than that. Like the diesel engines they got on here, for instance. Why don't you talk about that?
McGee, just what is a diesel engine, anyhow?
It's a new type of engine that was invented by a mechanic in Brooklyn. After he got him finished, he says to the railroad, "Look, you guys," he says, "these will be the greatest engines you'll ever see." And they flipped a coin to see whether they'd call them diesel or usel, and diesel won. Well, let's get back to our compartment, kiddo. The conductor may be looking for us.
King's Band with Foster Carling when you dance the old year out.
Here we go, salute your partner, swing her round, round about. Let her know your heart is happy when you dance the old year out. Soon we'll be a whole year older, so get ready now to shout. Hold her head upon your shoulder as you dance the old year out. The new year in, the old year out. The new year in, the old year out. A new year dances in, remember when you dance the old year out. Aunt Matilda feels the spirit. Uncle Zed's got the gout. Grandpa Jones can hardly hear it when you dance the old year out. Whirl her now, count to 7, kiss her, and without a doubt, she will think that she's in heaven as you dance the old year out. The new year in, the old year out. The new year in, the old year out. A new year dances in, remember when you dance the old year out.
All together now, listen, go. All of us, left with your left hand and the right with your partner, right left hand. Turn around now and give it a whirl. It's 12 o'clock, boys. Get your girl. Oh, boy.
Here we go, salute your partner, swing her round, round about. Let her know your heart is happy when you dance the old year out. Soon we'll be a whole year older, so get ready now to shout. Hold her head upon your shoulder as you dance the old year out. The new year in, the old year out. The new year in, the old year out. A new year dances in, remember when you dance the old year out.
Isn't this fun, McGee? It's been so long since we've been on a trip.
Yeah.
And it's such a nice little compartment. Everything's so modern.
Hey, look at this little cubby hole down here. It says place shoes here for shine.
What about it?
It's kind of silly. Anybody thinks I'm going to sit on the floor here with my feet in that little box waiting?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will glance out the train window to the south, you will notice that we are passing historic old Lake Pantstown.
Lake Pantstown?
It was on the east shore of Lake Pantstown that during the Revolutionary War, General Kenford was attacked by the British and got caught with his. Our next point of interest will be reached at 6:38. Thank you.
You're welcome. You getting hungry, Snooky? Let's go into the dining car and grab off a few vitamins.
All right, I am rather hungry, McGee.
Not too hungry, I hope. I didn't have a chance to get a check cash before I left. I only got about $4 with me.
Well, that ought to get us an olive and a pot of tea, or maybe a little...
Hey, your tickets, please, sir. Ticket?
You betcha, Bud. Got them right here. There you are. Still in the envelope.
Oh, thank you, sir. You folks having pleasant trips?
Oh, I tell you, it couldn't be nicer, Mr. Conductor. My husband and I were just saying just before you...
Pardon me, madam, pardon me. I'm afraid there's a slight mistake on these tickets, sir.
What do you mean, mistake? I paid good, solid cash for them tickets, Buster, and don't...
Yes, I don't doubt that, sir, but these are 2 tickets for the Bijou Theater in Wistful Vista.
Heavenly days, our theater ticket. McGee, do you suppose that you...
Yeah. I must have left Ole the wrong tickets at the Elks Club. He's got our railroad tickets and... Oh, well. Give me your fountain pen, Bud, and I'll write you a check for the fare. I'm a little short of cash.
I'm sorry, sir. We are not permitted to take personal checks.
Oh, you're not, eh? Well, by George, I...
Now, McGee, please. The man is merely following instructions. Can't we wire ahead and have the tickets ready for you when we get off, Conductor?
I'm sorry, madam. I'm afraid not. The next stop is at 8:20 tomorrow morning, and there'll be no way to send a telegram. I'm afraid you'll have to get off the train.
Oh, yeah? I thought you said there wasn't any stops till 8:20 a.m. tomorrow. That's when we get off anyway. So,
Well, in an emergency like this, we can make a stop. Bring your bag.
No.
I'll pull the signal.
Oh, no.
This way, please, madam. We'll let you off through the dining car. Just follow me.
All that dirty louse. You know, I have to give Ole our train tickets and bikes.
McGee, look who's in the dining car.
Where? Who?
It's Ole and his wife having dinner.
Oh, my God. Hi, Ole. Say, you know what I did, Ole?
Hello there, McGee. Hello, Mrs. Me and my missus, I sure want to thank you for donating these tickets. You're having a wonderful trip. We always wanted to take a trip on
All right, folks. You get out here. Open the door, steward.
Wait a minute, Conductor. We can explain
Oh, it's no use, McGee. Come on. Well, that was a lovely trip. Brief but enjoyable. What's the name of this Hamlet, Shakespeare?
I don't know, but there's a sign over there. Never heard of this place. North Loitering.
That's no loitering.
Oh.
Name of the station is up there, East Wistful Vista.
East Wistful Vista? Why, my gosh, we're only 12 miles from home.
Taxi, mister, taxi?
Yeah, Bud, yeah. Throw these bags in the back, will you? Help us. There. Get in, Molly.
Where to, folks?
Bijou Theater in Wistful Vista, Bud, and make it snappy. The show starts in 20 minutes.
Fibber and Molly return in a moment. It's new, really new, and it means new protection for your floors, new freedom from hard work for you. Johnson's Glow Coat is now positively water repellent. It shows no ugly spots when you wipe up spilled things. Stays on, stays bright, even after repeated damp mopping. Tracked in mud or snow just whisk right off its hard, glistening surface. And it's the most economical self-polishing floor wax you can buy, because now it lasts up to 4 times longer. That also means you have to do your floors far less often. Tomorrow, start using this floor-saving, money-saving, work-saving new floor wax. Get Johnson's water-repellent Glow Coat. It's in the regular Glow Coat package, remember. No change at all in the container. Ah, but what a wonderful difference inside.
Well, I'm glad we come back, kiddo. That was a good show. You still want to go to Aunt Sarah's tomorrow?
Yes, I do, dearie. The holiday season is a very sad time for her, you know. It was just 12 years ago at Christmas time that she lost her husband.
Oh.
They were shopping at the time.
What happened to him?
We don't know. She just lost him in Macy's basement.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Johnson's Wax and Johnson's water-repellent Glow Coat, Racine, Wisconsin, and Brantford, Canada, bring you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Be with us again next Tuesday night, won't you?
Here's news about Johnson's Cream Furniture Wax. Recent tests show it's the only leading cream furniture polish that does not contain oil. And that means it does not lose shine and turn smeary overnight as oil polishes do. Its shine lasts for weeks instead of just a day because it's a wax polish. In addition, no other polish does so much work so fast. It cleans and polishes in one application. In fact, it cleans so quickly, dries so quickly, polishes so quickly, that using it is almost as easy as dusting. Get some tomorrow. Get Johnson's Cream Furniture Wax.
Stay tuned for Big Tom coming up next on NBC.
Another request.
The Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's water-repellent Glow Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Here's the biggest news in years for homemakers. Johnson's Glow Coat is now positively water repellent. That means wonderful new beauty and protection for your floors and linoleum, with far less work for you. For now, there's a smooth spreading, quick drying, self-polishing floor wax that does not show ugly streaks or spots when you wipe up spilled things. Tracked in mud or snow, just whisk off its hard, shining surface. Glow Coat stays on, stays bright, even after repeated damp mopping. And it now lasts up to 4 times longer. That makes it the most economical self-polishing floor wax you can buy. Tomorrow, start using Johnson's Glow Coat. Find out how much time, work, and money you save with the self-polishing floor wax that is now positively water-repellent. And Johnson's water-repellent Glow Coat is in the regular Glow Coat package. Remember, no change at all in the container, but what a wonderful difference inside. From the modest home of the McGees at 79 Wistful Vista to the fabulous estate of Molly McGee's Aunt Sarah is a far cry indeed. But if you listen closely, you can hear it.
McGee's, for goodness sakes, if you finished your breakfast, get out of that bed.
And here at Aunt Sarah's are 2 members of the middle class mingling temporarily with the center section of the upper crust. Fibber McGee and Molly.
This is the life for me, kiddo.
Well, I can see that. Get up now because it's...
Breakfast in bed at 11, the morning paper on the tray, already opened at the funnies. Hey, ring for that butler, will you? I want somebody to hand me my slippers.
I will not.
Huh?
You're getting so you yelp for help every time your hair needs combing. Here, I'll hand you your slippers myself.
Don't you exert yourself, Snooky. What do you think Aunt Sarah's got all this hired help around here for? Just to take turns swinging orchid petals in the finger bowls?
No, but I don't...
sir. They're here to wait on people. I'm just the type of people that I can keep them from feeling like they're not earning their dough, too.
Well, let's not overdo it. You've had the staff running back and forth all week like retrievers at a field trial. Now, come on, get up. I've been dressed for an hour.
Okay, Tootsie. Call my valet and have him turn these blankets back so I can get up. I don't want to exert myself. Okay, I'll get up. Put down that ice water. I'll get up.
Good. My goodness, are you ever spoiled? I saw you ring for the butler yesterday just to shoo a fly off your forehead.
You said it, Tootsie. You said it. Not only that, but I had a gardener busy all day just bringing in flies to shoo off. This kind of life. Boy, this floor is cold.
Well, put your slippers on. I handed them to you once.
Me? Put them on myself? Please, my dear, leave us not be peasants. Where's that valley? That big valley? Hey, Clopton!
Heavenly days, no self-respecting peasant would...
You rang, sir? Nope, I hollered. Put my slippers on, will you, Clopton? Like a good fellow. Got a big day ahead of me and a lot of big deals to settle.
The thing I expect to see settled soon, dearie, is your hash. If you don't leave Aunt Sarah's business affairs alone, you're...
There. I put the slippers on, sir. Is that what you wanted, sir?
Yeah, that's fine. Now take them off and put them on me.
Oh. I'm sorry, sir. Terribly sorry. There you are, sir.
Yeah, that's better. Let's not be sloppy, Cloppy.
Yes, sir.
Now, go turn on the shower for me and lay out my clean shoelaces. Hence, you may scram, Cloppy.
Very good, sir.
Where in the world did he come from, McGee? I never saw him before.
I hired him yesterday. I got tired waiting for that butler to run upstairs every time I wanted something, so I hired Cloppy. He sleeps outside our door at night.
Why, McGee, that's outrageous. Who ever heard of it? Look. Does Aunt Sarah know you're going around hiring people?
Glad you reminded me about Aunt Sarah, Tootsie. I want to see her today about a lot of things. This house is so big, I haven't been able to catch up with her for 3 days. How do I keep missing her, anyhow?
I don't know. She's just lucky, I guess.
Well, I got to get her signature on a few more deals I made for her yesterday.
More deals?
Yep, like the one where I traded off her half interest in the state of Texas for complete ownership of that snuff box factory.
You what? Oh, no.
Absolutely. Anytime you can trade half of something for all of something, you get something that's simple arithmetic, that's all.
Yeah, but how simple can you get?
Gives me her power of attorney so I can sign these deals myself and not have to run after her. I'll make her more money than she ever...
Your bath is ready, sir. Would you like the scented soap, sir?
Yeah, the 50-cent soap. I shall meet you down in the lotus room, little flower. This won't take long. This shower's just a formality anyhow. I ain't really dirty. Where are you, Molly?
Over here, dearie, in the crystal room.
Yeah? Well, look in one of them crystals and see if you can find Aunt Sarah, will you? I sent her a message by the butler a while ago.
Oh, here comes the butler now, McGee, with a tray of dishes. Call him.
Here, get behind this spotted palm. Let's surprise him.
Now, McGee, we shouldn't
Look
do
at that
this.
puss. Look at that puss frozen up like a Montana pump. He's got his nose so high in the air, he don't even see us.
I know, but...
He hates it. He whistled at Molly. He hates it. So let him have it.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, Oglesby.
Hi, Ogie. Hey, did you give Aunt Sarah my message about wanting to see her on business because...
I delivered your message, verbatim.
You did? I didn't see Batum. Did you tell her I'd white tie and tails to meet her in the formal garden?
Exactly, sir.
What'd she say?
She suggested Mr. McGee put on his bathing suit and go jump in the lake, madam.
Oh, yeah? It's too cold for a swim today, Ogie.
Yes, sir. Mrs. Driscoll's secretary told me to inform you, madam, that she will join you at tea in half an hour in the south wing of the Puce room.
The puce room.
Exactly. To reach the puce room, madam, one passes through the main hall, left to the sunken terrace, left again to the statuary wing, right across the conservatory, back to the music room, string section, and left again. You can't miss it. Thank you.
Thank you, Oglesby. Come on, McGee, I'm hungry. McGee, where are you going?
Upstairs, Tootsie. When tea is served in a high-class joint like this, I dress for it.
Now, wait a minute. What are you going to wear?
A T-shirt, naturally.
Billy Mills and the orchestra and Envy.
More tea, Mrs. McGee, or another muffin?
No, this is fine, Miss Longfeather. Now then, as my Aunt Sarah's private secretary, will you tell us why she can't see us right now? Her own niece and nephew?
Yes, Mrs. McGee. Frankly, she seems a bit annoyed with Mr. McGee.
Who, me? She's annoyed with me? Did I do something wrong?
I never heard a question that had so many possible answers. Well, Miss Longfeather?
Well, in the first place...
By the way, sis, is Longfeather an Indian name?
Yes, it is, Mr. McGee. My great-great-grandfather was Sitting Bull. My full Indian name is Law Chi-Ha, Moo No Flaw.
And a fine name for a descendant of Sitting Bull. What does it mean?
Middle-aged spread.
I prefer Longfeather. What do they call you for short?
Long.
Long for short. That's cute. But why is Aunt Sarah so annoyed with my husband?
Yeah, my gosh, everything I done around here was in a spirit of helpfulness. Just giving her the advantage of a mature, far-seeing, business-type mind.
Mrs. Driscoll does not consider it business-like, Mr. McGee. When you answered the telephone this morning and sold 2 of her Peruvian platinum mines and bought 20,000 shares of AT&T and T.
Oh, well, I thought American Telephone and Telegraph was good stock.
That's AT&T, Mrs. McGee. AT&T and T is Armenian taxicab, train, and tricycle. Worthless.
Well, my gosh, Longy. If she'd only give me her power of attorney so I could sign checks and stuff, I could really close some deals. And I have to keep dashing to the telephone before anybody else gets to it.
Excuse me. Your aunt wishes to see me about something. Mr. McGee, please do not interfere with Mrs. Driscoll's business arrangements on the telephone.
Well, how do you like that? Everybody's afraid I'll do something smart, and Aunt Sarah will cut me in for too big a slice of her will. That's what they're scared of.
Not me, dearie. I'm not afraid you'll do something smart.
No, I know, Tootsie. You're loyal.
But I don't think you should have said what you did about Aunt Sarah's evening dress last night.
What did I say? I was very complimentary. I said it was a lovely dress.
Yes, and then you said, but why do you wear a life preserver underneath it?
I couldn't believe anybody was really shaped like that. But I will say she took it in good faith. She even told me I was unspoiled. That success hadn't gone to my head.
That isn't exactly what she said, sweetheart.
Huh?
She said the trouble with you was that you had come up from nothing and brought it with you. What she was trying to tell you.
Beg pardon, sir and madam.
Yes, Ogie.
Telegram for you, sir. I took the liberty of opening it, sir. From the context, sir, I judged the sender to be a Swedish gentleman.
Oh, it's only from the Elks Club, McGee. I'll bet a cookie.
Oh, a wire from Molly. Read it, Ogie.
Certainly, sir. I quote. My missus just presented me with you, baby girl. She is just like a little flower, so we are calling her Yasmin. Signed, Ole Janitor of Elks Club. Will that be all, sir?
Well, I doubt it. Ole's still a young man. Oh, you... Yeah, that's all, Yogi. No, wait. I'll answer that wire.
Very good, sir.
Tell Ole that we...
Hey, there's Aunt Sarah going upstairs. Hi, Aunt Sarah. Aunt Sarah! Hey, Aunt Sarah! Guess she didn't hear me.
Well, that could be one explanation. Another could be that she's still angry with you. What's that you have under your arm there, Oglesby?
This, madam, is a container of Johnson's water-repellent glow coat. Rather a sensational product, madam. I heard about it on the wireless.
My gosh, it's a small world, ain't it? We've heard of glow coat, too, Oglesby.
Beg pardon, sir, but this is water-repellent glow coat. A most amazing development in floor protection.
Yes, we know exactly
In fact, madam, since this product has been available, I have taken care of our floors and linoleums personally. It's a bit selfish of me, I presume, but really, it gives one so much satisfaction to know that water-repellent glow coat lasts 3 or 4 times as long that it can be wiped to mop innumerable times without leaving ugly streaks of smears on the wax.
Innumerable, eh? That's the word Wilcox never used. He always says...
Wilcox? Wilcox, you say, sir? Ah, that's the chap on the wireless, isn't it?
Yes, that's the same.
Greatly indebted to the fellow personally. Real stout fellow. As the butler of this establishment, one must naturally use the best floor protection obtainable, you know.
Oh, rather. One has one responsibility, hasn't one?
Oh, definitely, sir. So I'm extremely gratified to discover a wax protection like Johnson's water-repellent glow coat that stays on and stays bright and... Oh, I beg pardon. I'm beginning to sound a bit like that chap Wilcox on the wireless. I will say I was a bit carried away in my own enthusiasm. Excuse me, Mr.
Chatty chap, isn't he? Makes me appreciate one of my Christmas presents.
Which one, kiddo?
The silent butler.
Well, I gotta get busy, Molly. Doggone it, I wish I could talk to Aunt Sarah. I gotta get her power of attorney.
Oh, power of attorney, power of attorney. What on earth is that?
Well, that means she appoints me to act for her in a financial capacity, Snooky. Sign her name to checks and stuff. Until I get power of attorney, nothing I do is official, you see?
I see it all too clearly, dearie.
Yeah.
Running an estate like this is pretty complicated.
Hey, that reminds me, I gotta check over the stables. May want to sell some of them 22 Arabian horses.
But why? I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, but they're dangerous. They can't understand English. How can an Arabian horse understand expressions like whoa and get at? Somebody's liable to get hurt and sue Aunt Sarah for $100 million. You gotta consider stuff like that there. Where can I find a riding crop?
Why do you need a riding crop to sell horses? You going to beat the buyers into submission?
Makes me look like I knew what I was talking about. I bet there's a riding crop right here in this hall closet.
I wouldn't go in there, McGee. After all, we're just guests here, you know.
Well, what do you know? Rich or poor, I guess everybody's got one.
The King's Men, and all the bees are buzzing around my honey.
Buzz, 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 hear 'em buzzing like bees round a rambling road. Buzz, 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 by the dozen they follow wherever she goes. All the bees are buzzing round my honey. But my honey's only sweet on me. They can keep their flowers and their money, 'cause we're keeping steady company. They flock around outside her door from every part of town, but she turns up her nose and turns them down. She turns them down. All the bees are buzzing round my honey, but my honey's only sweet on me. All those bees buzzing round my honey, but those buzzers better buzz away, buzz away, buzz, buzz, buzz away. The way they carry on is really funny. 'Cause she promised me she'd name the day. When she goes walking down the street, all the boys run to greet her with a great big rush. My little honeycomb gives them the brush. Buzz, buzz, brush, brush. All the bees are buzz, 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 my honey. She's so sweet, but my honey's only sweet on me. So let 'em buzz. My honey's only sweet on me.
Let me see. I got the real estate office working on that cactus plantation deal. Raising potted cactus for the dime store trade.
Oh, dear.
I called Aunt Sarah's brokers and told them to sell out all her stocks and bonds. At the top, of course. Buy them all back again at the bottom. That's the only way to beat the stock market. Buy them at the top and sell them.
What'd he say?
Well, I had a bad phone connection there. All I could hear was a lot of sputtering. I don't know. I talked to her cattle ranch long distance, though, and they...
Cattle ranch? What'd you do, order a glass of milk?
No, I got a great idea. They raise cattle out there strictly for hides, see? They make leather.
So?
So we merely step up production this year. Get 2 or 3 crops of leather a year off them cows instead of one. Very simple. All you got to do is skin them 3 times. Hey, Ogie.
Yes, sir?
Hand me the phone. I want to talk.
Telephone, I'm happy to say, is out of order.
Out of order? My gosh, how am I going to close any more deals for Aunt Sarah with the phone out?
I have a strange suspicion that somebody thought of that.
Huh?
Now, look, you've done enough to Aunt Sarah's affairs today. Why don't you just relax?
Relax? How can I relax with that sweet old lady handling this billion-dollar estate all by herself, with nobody but bankers and lawyers and financial experts to help her? No, sir, kiddo. She needs me.
Like a hole in the head.
What was that, Oglesby?
My health, madam. I have a cold in the head.
Oh, yeah? Well, go fix up a hot mustard bath and soak your feet, Ogie.
He said the cold is in his head, dear.
Oh. In that case, let him go soak his head.
Yes, sir. Is there anything else, sir? To care for another cup of tea, sir, I'll have the cook brew some hemlock.
No, thanks. Too busy now, Ogie. Go on and soak your head. Boy, when I think of all the big deals I've swung in the few days I've been here, Molly, I'll bet Aunt Sarah is amazed.
Horrified is the word she used. I talked to her a while
I could
ago.
just get her power of attorney so I could sign checks and stuff. She wouldn't have a worry in the world.
For a dime. dearie. Why don't
This deal I got right here in my hip pocket, for instance. A deal that'll pay her $300 a week, and she don't have to do a thing for it.
$300 a week? That's a lot of money.
That's the kind of deals I make, you know. All the American Legion wants for that $300 is to hold a dance every night in the grand ballroom down the hall here.
What?
And not only that, but I got the popcorn and the paper hat concession for myself. If I just had the... Oh, hello, Longy.
Hello, Miss Longfeather.
Good afternoon, Mrs. McGee. I bring you a message, Mr. McGee, from Mrs. Driscoll. She has asked me to tell you that we'll miss you.
Me? Oh, you're confused, sis. I'm not going anyplace.
Would you care to make a small wager?
I hope Aunt Sarah's feeling all right, Miss Longfeather. I talked to her this afternoon.
Yeah, did you give her that list I made up, sis? The list of deals I swung today because she ought to...
Yes, Mrs. Driscoll has been very interested in your, operations, Mr. McGee.
Yeah? Oh, next time you see her, Pinfeather, you tell her to get me that power of attorney, because with the power of attorney...
That's what I came in here for, Mr. McGee. Mrs. Driscoll mentioned the power of attorney. Oh, Mr. Osgood? Mr. Osgood, come in, please. This, Mr. McGee, is Mrs. Driscoll's attorney. Mr. Osgood, this is Mr. and Mrs. McGee.
How do you do, I'm sure.
Hi, I'll see. Yeah. My gosh, he's big. Must be 6'7".
At least.
But with Aunt Sarah's dough, I guess she can afford the biggest lawyer in town.
Mrs. Driscoll wants you to show Mr. McGee your power, attorney. Here is a telephone book.
Heavenly days, confess it.
Here is the poker from the fireplace, Mr. Alston.
Oh, wow. Tied that poker in a bow knot. Oh, mackerel. Hey, how'd you get so strong, Buster?
Oh, I eat lots of cowards and fresh grapes and take long lives.
And now, Mr. McGee, as I said before, we'll miss you.
I'm not going anyplace, sis.
Oh, no?
Huh?
Raise the window, Miss Longfeather, and I'll throw him into the street.
Huh? Oh, now, wait a minute. Aunt Sarah,
No, dearie, no. Look, I had a long talk with Aunt Sarah this afternoon. She was very sweet, but very firm.
Well, I'll show her. By George, I ain't going to argue with a guy as big as him. Where's my bag?
Here, sir. All picked.
My hat?
Here, sir.
Cigar?
Don't mind if I do. Oh, your cigar. Here, sir.
We got train tickets?
Here, sir. The limousine is at the door.
Huh?
My husband, Miss Longfeather, is a very sensitive fella. He can take a hint. Come on, dearie.
I'll say.
A nice little compartment, McGee. This is the one we had when going up last week.
Yeah, I recognize my cigar burns on the windowsill. Doggone it, I think Aunt Sarah could at least have saw us off at the station.
You're lucky she didn't saw you off at the throat. Dear, oh dear, those deals of yours.
Oh, well.
Tickets, please. Tickets.
Oh, here you are, Bud. To Wistful Vista.
Thank you. Hey, aren't you the people who rode up with us last week to visit your rich aunt?
The same, conductor.
Yeah, it's been quite a week, too. We've been living in the lap of luxury. Up to now.
A lap of luxury, eh? What happened?
She stood up.
Fibber and Molly return in a moment. What happens when you spill something on a wax-polished floor, or people track in mud or snow? Does that mean ugly streaks or spots? Do you have to do the whole floor over? Not if you use Johnson's Glow Coat, the self-polishing floor wax that is positively water-repellent. Tracks and spilled things just whisk off Glow-Coat's hard wax surface. The shine stays on, stays bright, even after repeated damp mopping. And listen to this. Water-repellent Glow-Coat lasts up to 4 times longer. It's the most economical self-polishing floor wax you can buy. Tomorrow, start using this wonderful water-repellent floor wax. It's in the regular Glow-Coat package, remember. No change at all in the container, but what a wonderful difference inside.
Oh, my, it's nice to be home again, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope Aunt Sarah's broker got that wire I sent him from the station, though. I wired him to sell out all her common stock tomorrow at the market.
Do what?
Get rid of her common stock. My gosh, anybody as rich as Aunt Sarah is don't want anything common in the house.
You are speaking, dearie, of the man I love. And you're right.
Huh? Oh, good night.
Good night, all.
The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Water Repellent Glow-Coat, Racine, Wisconsin, and Brantford, Canada, bring you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Be with us again next Tuesday night, won't you?
When you polish furniture, how long does the shine last? Does it turn dull, dusty, and smeary overnight? Or do you get a hard, dry, glistening finish that lasts for weeks? That depends on whether or not you use Johnson's cream wax on your furniture. For recent tests show it's the only leading cream furniture polish whose shine comes from wax instead of oil. A wax shine lasts. Oils catch dust, turn drab and smeary. Tomorrow, get the polish that gives a long-lasting wax shine. Get Johnson's cream wax. Stay tuned for Big Town, coming up next on NBC.
WMAQ and WMAQ-FM, NBC in Chicago.
The Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. Makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Water Repellent Glow-Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Dick LeGrand, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. The old adage says, don't cry over spilt milk. Well, that's easy advice to follow these days if your floors are protected by Johnson's Water Repellent Glow-Coat. For here's the big news about this wonderful self-polishing floor wax. Johnson's Glow-Coat is now positively water repellent. Spilt milk, dripped water, tracked in mud or snow, just whisk right off its hard, shining surface. And you don't wipe off the wax when you wipe up the water. Glow-Coat even stays on, stays bright after repeated damp mopping. And it lasts up to 4 times longer because it's positively water repellent. Now, your floors deserve this new kind of floor protection. And you deserve the new leisure you'll get from a self-polishing floor wax that lasts up to 4 times longer. So why not get Johnson's Water Repellent Glow-Coat tomorrow? It's in the regular Glow-Coat package, remember. No change in the container, but there's a wonderful difference inside. Almost every town has one fine place to eat. Snowy tablecloths, gleaming silver, impeccable service. And nobody goes there. They all go to the side street joints with the steamed-up windows and the heady fragrance of frying onions. Like Walt's Malt Shop at 14th and Oak Streets in Wistful Vista, where, among other hungry people, we find Fibber McGee and Molly.
Gosh, don't it smell good in here, huh?
Simply delicious.
Hey, Walt, hotten up this jabber, will you? It's colder than the campaign promise.
Okay, Fibs. You too, Mrs. McGee?
Please, Walt. You make coffee the way I like it.
I do?
Yes, you do. Blacker than Hopalong Cassidy's hat.
And powerful as a bear trap. How do you keep it from dissolving the spoon?
Who cares? The coffee cost me more than the spoon. Look, are you folks almost through?
I am, Walt. Why?
You giving us the hustle by any chance, Walt? Trying to get us out of here so we won't see you putting water in the ketchup?
Well, no, but I got to close up for a while. My wife's going to Florida on the 120 train, and I'm seeing her off at the station.
Oh, that's wonderful, Walt. Why don't you close up this joint or this little restaurant and go with her?
Well, I can't afford it, Mrs. McGee. Besides, if I went to Florida with her, she'd want to go fishing with me again next summer. I'm very fond of my wife, but the next time she sits on a rock in a trout stream playing Ghost Riders in the Sky on a portable phonograph, only one of us is coming home alive.
That's the spirit, Walt. Give me another hamburger. Medium well and put everything on it but false eyelashes.
McGee, now, Walt is trying to close up.
He's got plenty of time. It's only 5 after 1. And
5 after 1?
Huh?
Hey, I got to beat it. Here, I'll put one on the grill for you, McGee.
Okay.
Now, you turn it when it's ready, McGee, then hang the back and a few minutes sign on the door and close up, will you?
Certainly, Walt.
You leave everything to me, boy.
Well, thanks a lot. Just put the latch on the door and slam it. I'll see you later, folks.
Okay, all right. Okay, folks. Who's next?
No, one at a time, please. My husband only has 2 heads, hands, you know. McGee, why don't you get rid of these people and close up? I don't think Walt meant you to take over the place.
I'm doing him a favor, kiddo. My gosh, we took in $16 already. Besides, I've always wanted to wear one of these high white chef's caps. How do I look in it?
You look like a snow-capped silo. But look. Yes, sir, that'll be 67 cents, sir.
Okay, beautiful. What time do you get through work?
The same time any married woman gets through work. Never. Thank you.
Close that door, you're cooling off my coffee.
Boy, it sure is cold out. That wind has got an edge on it like Andy Devine's voice. All right, who had the well-done hot dog with the chili and cheese?
I did, and I want a cup of bouillon, please.
A cup of what, sis?
A bouillon.
What's the bouillon? Hey, Molly, what's bouillon?
Well, the dictionary says bouillon is gold and silver in bars.
Well, I'm sorry, sis, we got no bar here. Sorry, but I've had crazy things a few days ago. Well, maybe it's silver here. Let's see. There's 2 hamburgers there, and George Mills like a car. And McGee? You got your later. Hey, Molly, get a load of who's up to your room. And all from the song. Old Mill ticket for city. Hello, Molly.
Nice to see you.
200, you say? Well done, or still moving?
Very well done. And where's Walt? I want to send him some flowers.
Flowers for Walt, Mr. Mayor? Why?
Well, I figure he'd have to be dangerously ill very suddenly to turn over his hamburger shop to McGee. Or is he dead?
Oh, I'm doing all right. In fact, I'm the only guy in town in a high hat that knows what's cooking. 2 burgers on the fire, Latriv.
Walt had to see his wife off on a train to Florida, Mr. Mayor. We're running the place for him till he gets back.
You a regular customer here, Latriv?
Yes, I am.
Like hamburgers, do you, Mr. Mayor?
Not particularly. But when you get as many beefs as I do, it's fun just to put mustard on them and eat them. As I often say to Walt, I often say, you are a
Well,
man...
we're doing quite a business today. Walt said, well, for goodness sakes, hello, Ole.
Oh, hi, Ole.
Hello, McGee. Hello, Mrs. Well, just look who is here else. Hello, Mr. Your Honor.
Hello, Ole. Do you eat here because you like hamburgers or because it's near the Elks Club?
I eat here because I used to have 50 cents for lunch. I tell my wife, I say, Mrs., I say, I'm a hard-working man. I need plenty of food for lunch. To make furnace work good, you got to use plenty of food.
And what did she say, Ole?
She said 50 cents for fuel is enough. I get plenty of hot air from you every day. I guess you think if I have 75 cents cash all at once, I'm taking wild women to nightclubs in daytime. There's Paul.
He's down at the station seeing his wife off for Florida, Ole. What'll it be, kid?
Let you have it, Master Mayor.
My usual, Ole. 2 hamburgers, glass of milk, apple pie, and a phone call.
A phone call, Mr. Mayor?
To Kramer's drugstore. They mix my bicarbonate for me while I'm paying my check here.
Yeah, good. I took the same thing, McGee, and Mr. Mayor can buy 2 carburetors.
2 burgers.
2 burgers.
Ole, I hear you have a new baby girl.
Yeah, sure. I get a cute kid. I name her for my wife's favorite flower, Yasmin.
Yeah. That's a pretty name, Ole.
Yes, same as Rita Hayworth's baby, isn't it, Ole?
Sure. I say anything Ollie can't do, Ole can do. Make my hamburgers well done, McGee, and plenty onions. You know, in boiler room at Elks Club, nobody cares. Bother anybody if I put nickel in the uke box?
It's all revenue to us, Ole. You go ahead.
Salt, a little more meat on this grease.
Hurry it up, dearie. Some of these people are
Hey,
getting...
Mac, how about that burger? What's the delay?
We'll be ready in a minute, Si. Now take it easy.
Right away, sir. Don't forget his potatoes, McGee. He wants French fries on the side, you know.
That's what's holding me up, Molly. I can't get these potatoes to stay on their side. They keep rolling over on their backs. Roll over there, you little...
Why don't you get a cook, lady? Somebody that knows his job.
Look, Bud, when you're working at your job, I don't come out in the street and knock your broom out of your hands, do I? Hand me a plate, Molly. This is ready.
Skip it, dearie. He's gone.
Gone? Well, how do you like that? Here I sweat and slave over a hot stove for that guy, and hey, see if he left a tip. Got to split all tips because in the rest of the business, that's how you got out.
Now the customer, McGee. Oh, hello, Mr. Wimple.
Oh, hi, Wimp.
Hello, folks. My goodness, have I got an appetite?
Well, you came to the right place, boy. What you gonna eat? Walt Burger, Super Burger, Jet Burger, Adam Burger, or just a plain burger?
Well, let me see.
I think you'd like the plain burger, Mr. Wimple. That's served with lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, cheese, mustard, chili sauce, piccalilli, and a paper napkin.
No onions?
Not on the plain burger, no. Just lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, mustard, cheese, chili sauce, piccalilli, and a paper napkin.
Good gracious. So that's a plain burger.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind me shoving a little, what do you put on a super burger?
2 scoops of ice cream.
You know something? My appetite is gone now, and so am I. Goodbye.
Little Mr. Wimple's a strange sort, isn't he? He always... Yes, madam. Here's your check. 37 cents.
All right. And you weren't kidding when you said that pie is just like Mother used to make.
Well, that's good.
Yes, now I understand why Father shot her.
Hi, Walt. Pretty cold out there. Hey, what are you doing here, pal? Hi, Molly.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Well, Walt had to go out, Junior, so I and Molly are running the joint. Billy, up to the bar, boy.
Yes, I'm the waitress and himself here's the chef. What do you have, to eat?
Oh, I'm a gambler at heart, I guess, kid. Give me a burger. That thin one on the back of the stove there looks good.
You won't like that, Mr. Wilcox. That's the stopper out of the sink.
Try this burger here, Junior.
Oh, okay, thanks, pal. I've got to eat and run. I had a big business deal this morning. Yeah, I met the head of the utilities company and his wife. He gave them a demonstration of water-repellent Glow. You know, that sensational self-polishing floor wax, Johnson's water-repellent Glow.
Yes, we've heard you mention it. In fact, we use it ourselves.
Well, I showed her how beautiful it makes her kitchen linoleum look, and when I pointed out how you can damp mop a water-repellent Glow Coat floor surface time after time,
More ketchup, kid?
without leaving any dingy smears or milky-looking smudges, you should have seen her. Her eyes lit up, she smiled, and she said, "Say, this is really rare."
And she's right. A real water-repellent wax is so rare that only Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat.
No, Molly, I meant the hamburger. I like them done, pal.
Yeah, that's how I'd like your sales talk, Junior. Done. So get it done and...
Well, anyhow, I showed the woman how much longer Johnson's water-repellent Glow Coat lasts, because when you mop up dirt and things, you don't mop up the wax. Oh, thanks. So, when she tried to mop on her floor and saw how Glow Coat stays on and stays bright, she said, "Give me a check."
Check? 67 cents, Junior.
Look, pal, I'm trying to tell you what the woman said. She said to her husband...
Glass of water?
No. She said to her husband, "Give me a check," she said. "I want to buy some Johnson's water-repellent Glow Coat."
Why, those millionaires draw checks for everything, don't they?
So I sold her a year's supply of Glow Coat, took the check and said, "Look, pal, if this is a sample of your hamburgers, I should have had the stopper out of the sink."
You know one thing about this place, McGee, you certainly meet some fascinating people, don't you?
Yeah, too bad Wilcox ain't one of them. I better get some more burgers going here before some...
Walt, it's Teeny again. Oh, hi, mister. Hi, Miss McGee.
Oh, hi,
Hello,
Teeny.
Teeny. I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, where'd you come from, sis?
It's funny you should ask that, mister.
Huh?
I asked my mother the same question, and she says I came from Chicago. My family moved...
Now, never mind the details, sis. I'm pretty busy with this griddle here. What would you like?
Gee, I like a chalk mall, I betcha. But I haven't got any money, so I'll just watch you cook. Walt always lets me watch him cook.
Okay, you sit there and watch. Now, don't bother me, though, because...
That's what Walt always says, too. Walt always says, "Don't bother me."
No, I don't blame you. This is very ticklish work.
Watch the hamburger, mister. It's going to burn. You better turn it. Walt always
Well,
turns
Walt's
it.
not cooking this one. Doggone it, it's burnt. Now, quiet, sis. You make me nervous.
Walt always says that, too, I betcha. Walt says I make him nervous.
Now, look, sis, if you... How's that, bud? Bowl of chili? Coming up.
Put crackers with it, mister. Walt always puts crackers
I
with
got
it.
crackers with it.
Are you toasting the buns for those hamburgers from Maria? Walt always toasts the buns.
Look, I haven't got time to stand
Another
here.
one's burning. The hamburger's burning.
Where? Oh, my gosh, this is... Dad. Look, Teeny.
That's what Walt always says. He always says, "Look, Teeny."
Look, Teeny. Here's a malt. In a cart. Take it and go home, will you?
Gee, thanks, mister. Oh, boy. We'll really toot here's this. We'll both come watch you cook tomorrow.
One of those kids got me rattled like a loose shutter in a high wind. Oh, hi, bud. Pull up a stool.
Thanks, mister. It's cold out there.
Yes, it is. What do you have, sir?
I'd like a bowl of soup and a large jam burger, please.
A jam burger. A burger with jam on it?
Oh, no, a hamburger, a large jam burger, ma'am. With fried onions on it.
One burger up. You sound a little familiar, bud. We know you from someplace?
Oh, sure. We met once. I'm Herbert Topple from Central Hardware Company.
Oh, I remember. We were in there around Christmas time, McGee.
Yeah, that's when 'twas all right. I sold you a couple of flatters, remember? I didn't know you run Walt Smalt, though.
Nice place, tweet.
Well, we're just helping out today, sir. Here's your soup and your sandwich. Would you like some coffee, Mr. Tapple, or maybe...
The name isn't Tapple, ma'am. It's Sapple. Herbert Tapple. A-P-P-E-L. Wow.
Well, those are all nice names, Bud. You ought to pick one of them and stick with it.
Would you like some dessert, sir?
Yes, I'd like some ice cream, please.
Ice cream, eh? Hey, Molly, go milk a mouse, will you?
You go boil a buffalo, dearie. Oh, that door. Every time it slams, the place shakes.
Hello there, Kate. Hi, daughter. Hi, Johnny. Wintertime.
My goodness. Hello, Mr. Oldtimer and Bessie.
Hello, you.
Hi, kids. Cold out there, is it?
No, gracious, yes. My nose is frosted like a birthday cake.
Well, similarity ends right there, Bessie. Her nose looks more like a red pawpaw, don't it, kid? Because...
Oh, you stop teasing me, O.T. Oh.
Why don't you two sit down, Mr. Oldtimer?
Yeah, let's not stand here gabbing, Bessie. Let's grab a booth, baby.
All right, O.T.
We've been downtown, kids, to an old furniture show, looking at antiques.
Oh, yeah? You an antique lover, boy?
Oh, he sure is. He's the antiquest lover boy I ever...
I'll answer the questions, Bessie. I'll answer them.
Well, I will.
I'll do the talking. Come on now, we'll sit over here.
Yeah, Molly will take your order, Oldtimer. You can get Bessie to light something.
Oh, we ain't gonna eat, Johnny. We just come in to play the jukebox.
Huh?
Me and Bessie like to hold hands and play our song.
My, that sounds very romantic.
Oh, yes. Our song.
Very romantic, yep, indeed.
I've got a nickel here someplace, O.T. Let me dump my purse. There's my bobby pin. I've got to get him back to Bobby.
King's Man made a beautiful record of our song, kids. Makes me think of the first time me and Bessie met.
Really?
Yep. Makes me think of stardust and roses, of moonlight streaming across the flagpole at the slaughterhouse, falling softly on Bessie's new transformation. Her sitting there in a 500-pound hogshead of lard, whittling new spigot for a pop of still while we're sitting and talking
O.T.,
about...
please. Is nothing sacred.
I'm sorry, baby. I guess I got carried away.
Well, have him carry you back, O.T. I found the nickel.
Here it comes, kids. Our song. Bippity-boppity-boo.
If your mind is in the dither and your heart is in the days, I'll daze your dither and dither your days with a magic phrase. If you're chased by trouble and you're followed by a jinx, I'll jinx your trouble and trouble your jinx all in less than 40 winks. Oh, salagadoo, magic-a-boo, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Put them together and what have you got? Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Oh, salagadoo, magic-a-boo, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. It'll do magic, believe it or not. Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Oh, salagadoo-la-mee, magic-a-boo-la-roo. But the thingamabob that does the job is bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Oh, salagadoo-la, magic-a-boo-la, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Put them together and what have you got? Bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. There's a magic word for everyone. Learn that magic word and your troubles are done. Give it a little whirl whenever you get the blues. Bibbidi-bob is on the job, so what do you got to lose? Salagadoo-la, magic-a-boo-la, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Put them together and what have you got? Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Oh, salagadoo-la, magic-a-boo-la, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. It'll do magic, believe it or not. Oh, salagadoo-la-mee, smile relax, because the thingamabob that does the job is
Johnson's wax.
Hey, Sally-Gadoo, the Mitch-Kaboo, the Bibbidi-Bobbidi-Boo. Put them together and what have you got?
Bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi.
The thingamabob that does the job. Bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi. Oh, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
Thank you, madam. Come in again.
Well, this is the first lull we've had today, kiddo. Let's clean up around here for Walt.
All right, dearie. Incidentally, shouldn't Walt be back here by now? He was only going to be gone.
Oh, he probably heard how good I was running the place and thought he'd taken an ooze or something. Anyway, it gives me a chance to slick up around here, so he'll be proud to see the...
Good day, sir. Well, heavenly days, Dr. Gamble.
Hello, Molly. You got a job as cashier here now? I always said that little no-good you married...
Watch yourself, fatso.
Well, Chef Baloney. Where have you got Walt? Bound and gagged in the back room?
No, Doctor. Walt is at the railroad station, seeing his wife off for Florida. We're running the malt shop for him till he gets back.
You going to order something, Aerosmith, or did you just come in here to hairpin a few nickels out of the jukebox?
No, I'm hungry. Give me a hot dog on a bun, well done, with chili sauce, grated cheese, piccalilli, and mustard.
Hot dog on a bun, Cookie.
Coming up. One Airedale, freighted.
This is one of the few pleasures in a doctor's life, children. Ordering bland diet for people all day long and then coming into a joint like this and eating something completely indigestible.
Now, just a darn minute, fatso. What's so indigestible about our hot dogs? I know people up to 30 years old who've eaten several of them.
Want the bun toasted, Doctor?
Sure, he wants it toasted, Tootsie. He knows good food. He's an epicac.
You mean epicure, my illiterate friend?
I do. I thought an epicure was getting your toes polished.
That's a pedicure, dearie.
Oh, yeah, who's kidding who? A pedicure is a professor.
No, that's a pedagogue.
A pedagogue? One of them wiggly little things swimming around in duck ponds? Don't be ridiculous.
Not a pollywog, McGee. A pedagogue, that's a man.
Don't tell me, that's one I do know. A pedagogue is a dog's genealogy. I had a setter pup once with a pedagogue up to your elbow. Sired by a champion and damned by every game warden that ever laid eyes.
That is a pedigree, stupid.
It is? Then what did I say wrong in the first place?
You said the doctor knew good food because he was an epicac.
Well, what's an epicac?
Well, it means... I give up. Give me a cup of coffee, too.
One mug.
Who for?
One mug.
Okay. Here you are. There you are, you grand old man of medicine. Now, don't bother me for a while. I gotta finish cleaning up. What was I doing, Molly, when old tapeworm come in here?
Scraping the griddle. Everything else is pretty well cleaned up, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I had a little kangaroo, and close to home she sticks. Because every time she went someplace, she had her bucket picked. Ah, here we are, Molly. Look at that. Slicker than a whistle. Look at that griddle shine.
Very nice, McGee. Better put a little grease back on it now so it won't rust.
Okay.
No, don't pour it on out of the big container.
No, use a cup or the brush, dumbbell. You'll spill it all over.
You mind your own. Now, look, Docky, I've been working here all day and I ain't spilled anything yet.
Oh, dear, pardon me a minute. I've got to make a phone call. Hello, operator. Let me talk.
Up we go. Hi, George Walt won't know this place when he comes back.
Look out. You're spilling that grease on the hot stove.
Whoa. Oh, my gosh.
Hello, fire department? Yes? Please come to Walt's Malt Shop at 14th and... Oh, we got to get out.
Get out.
Burnt to the ground.
I got the place all cleaned up, too. I don't have the worst luck of anybody. Oh.
Now what?
Here comes Walt. Hi, Walt. Hey, we ran the shop for you. Took in almost $39.
Thanks a lot, Fib.
You're quite welcome, Walt, but I think you ought to...
Incidentally, Walt, you got fire insurance on that place?
Oh, plenty. All paid up, too. Why?
Well, I got great news for you, boy. Now you can go to Florida, too.
Fibber and Molly return in a moment. You know, I wish I could read you the mail we're receiving about Johnson's Water Repellent Glow Coat. I've never seen such enthusiasm about a self-polishing floor wax. But no wonder. Johnson's Glow Coat is now positively water repellent. You don't wipe off the wax protection when you wipe up water. Tracked in mud or snow, spilled food or drinks off its hard, shining surface. Glow Coat even stays on after repeated damp mopping. It lasts up to 4 times longer because it's water repellent. It's the most economical self-polishing floor wax you can buy. So don't delay. Start using the self-polishing floor wax that saves floors, saves work, saves money. The Glow Coat on your dealer that he has on his shelves right now is Johnson's Water Repellent Glow Coat. Get some tomorrow.
McGee, we mustn't forget to get a copy of the two-story magazine that's out tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh, no. That's the one with the big story about I and you, ain't it?
Yes, it is. How strange and how wonderful.
Wonderful, yes, but why strange?
Strange to find you connected with a true story of any kind.
Oh. Yeah. Good night.
Good night, all.
Makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Water Repellent Glow Coat, Racine, Wisconsin, and Brantford, Canada, bring you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Be with us again next Tuesday night, won't you?
When you polish your furniture, what kind of a shine do you get? A hard, dry shine that stays bright for weeks and weeks? Or a fade-out shine that turns smeary and foggy overnight? Recent tests show that Johnson's Cream Wax is the only leading cream polish whose shine comes from wax instead of oil. Oil clouds and fogs when exposed to air. A wax shine lasts. So avoid fade-out shine. Instead, give your furniture the long-lasting beauty that only a wax polish gives. Use Johnson's Cream Wax. Stay tuned for the excitement of Big Town coming up next on NBC.
Fibber and Molly join us in a moment. When you put on a self-polishing floor wax on your plate, very often around this time, we take you to 79 Wistful Vista. This week, for a change, let's all gather at 82 Wistful Vista, under that big dead oak tree in the yard, and listen to the conversation between the local tree surgeon and the lady who lives across the street from Fibber McGee and Molly.
$65 to take that tree down? Oh, that's murder.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Clammer, but that's the cheapest I can do it. That's a big tree.
Well, it's got to come out of there, but I can't afford that kind of money. What am I going to do?
I don't know. Unless you run across some yokel who'll cut it down just for the firewood in it or something.
Firewood?
You'd have to be an awful sucker to take on a deal like that. A real 18-carat knucklehead.
An 18-carat knucklehead. Uh-huh.
Isn't this a break, Molly? Firewood enough to last all winter. And all I got to do is cut it down. How am I doing, kiddo?
Wonderful, dearie. You've only been at it 40 minutes, and you've already chipped the bark in 2 places.
That last smack with the axe jarred a few acorns down out of it, too. Wonder what kind of a tree this is.
Spruce?
No, dear, you only find acorns. Oh, hello, Mrs. Clammer.
Hello, Mrs. McGee. How's your little Tin Woodman coming along?
Fine, thank you. He's just like lightning with that axe.
Really?
Yes, he never strikes twice in the same place.
This is a pretty tough hunk of trunk you got here, Clammy. I used to have a top sergeant with a softer bark than this baby. What kind of tree is it?
That's oak, Mr. McGee.
It's oak with me, too, but what kind of a tree? Oh! An oak tree, eh?
Yes, and you know, I sort of hate to see that old tree fall, really.
Well, stick around a few hours. Maybe it won't.
You've heard all the old legends about it, of course. How the James boys rode through here, and how Jesse James was supposed to have buried some bank loot under this very tree.
Heard it? My gosh, I dug up this entire lot one day looking for it.
3 times.
I'm thorough. Matter of fact, I took $200 out of here on the deal, too.
Really? You found $200?
No, he didn't find anything. He just spread the story around the Elks Club and then rushed back here and rented out shovels.
$1 an hour for the shovels, plus half of all the fishing worms they dug up. But this ain't getting the tree cut down. Stand back, kids. Here we go again. Any chips fly out of it that time?
No, just a blue jay and 2 woodpeckers, dearie.
Wouldn't you have better luck, Mr. McGee, if you turn the axe around and chopped with the edge instead of the back?
Huh? Oh! I thought it seemed awful dull there.
Well, it seems awful dull here, too. I'll see you later.
Okay, Clammy. Hey, when I get this tree cut through, is there any particular way you want it to fall?
Yeah, down. Goodbye, Mrs. McGee.
Goodbye, Mrs. Clammer.
So long, Clammy.
You think you'll get this job finished before dark, dearie? That's an awful small axe for such a big tree.
Well, I phoned the hardware store to send over a big saw, see? When that gets here, I'll really get going. I'll stand back now. Let me take another whack at it.
Careful now, don't strain a muscle, dear.
Oh, my gosh. I busted something in my leg. Molly, I busted a ligament.
Oh, dear.
Let me pull up my pant leg. You see anything, a busted ligament?
Do your ligaments have brass clips on the end of them? Because otherwise that was your garter.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Feels better already. I thought for...
Hello, Mr. McGee. It's me, Herbert Tapple.
Oh, hello, Herbert.
Oh, hi, Herbert.
They told me you called up for a saw, so I rushed right over here with it.
Fine.
Here it is. It's a cross cut.
What's cut?
A cross cut saw.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the kind I wanted, Herb. Swell.
Heavenly days, what a wicked-looking thing. I haven't seen so many ugly-looking teeth since Uncle Dennis brought his home in a handkerchief election day.
Well, thanks for the fast service, Herb. You really got it over here quick.
Oh, that's okay, Mr. McGee. I was going to stop for lunch on the way, but I decided it was twirly tweet.
Twirly?
Tweet?
Yes, as I always say, there's no use tweet if you ain't hungry.
Oh, yes. That's a very good saying, Herbert.
Yeah, you keep on saying that.
Yes, I'm a little worried, though, losing my appetite this way. It was fine a couple of hours ago.
Really? Your appetite was good 2 hours ago.
Oh, yeah, it was terrific. I went out and ate scrambled eggs and bacon and orange juice and smuffins.
My gosh, you ate all that alone?
Oh, no, I had a cup of coffee with it.
Oh.
Well, I better get back to work now. It's late, so long.
Well, let me see now. I wonder which is the best end of this saw to grab it by.
Well, offhand, dearie, I'd say grab the end that has a handle on it.
Oh.
Or is that too daring a thought?
No, but that's the trouble. There's handles on both ends. My arms aren't long enough. Oh, hi, Ole.
Hello, Ole.
Hello, missus. This is Al McGee. What you fixing to make a jackass out of yourself?
No, I'm going to cut this tree down for firewood, Ole.
Then don't stood there looking at it, McGee. You don't cut down no tree with eyeballs.
So far, you don't cut down oak tree, period.
Well, you shouldn't send board to do a man's job, missus. Grab the saw, McGee. I grab other end. I show you how real woodman works.
Oh, good.
Yeah? Oh, swell, Ollie. Which is the best end? I'll take that. With a crosscut saw, McGee, it's no best end. Oh? Only good end is the end you put on a stump while you sit and watch two other fellas work. Come on, Daisy. I show you how. I used to know all about this stuff, of course. Worked in a lumberyard. I was foreman in a lumberyard myself. Worked out west, too, cutting down cottonwoods. I cut down redwoods myself, big ones. I knew Paul Bunyan personally myself. He was my cousin. When I was a lumberjack... I was a lumberjack, too. Boss lumberjack.
Look, now, if you two lumberyaks don't stop yakking and start lumbering, you'll be here all night. Now, get to work, the two of you.
Okay. This is really work, ain't it, Ollie? Sure, yes, McGee. I haven't seen a tree down for a long time.
You mean saw the tree down, Ollie?
Thanks, missus. Now, I told my missus I sawed McGee tear a cover on the pool table at the Elks Club, and she tells me I mean sealing. Huh? So then I saw that move and sealing and sewing. Huh? Takes time to learn yourself to speak good grammar, Ollie. I had quite a time with it myself. As it is, I'm mistook quite frequent for a college guy.
Not by any other college guy, you aren't. Ollie, how's your family? All well?
Oh, fine, thanks, missus. All but my wife's brother's little kid, Classy Svensson. He's got a little touch of strep. Strep? My gosh, that's no fun. What kind of strep? Measles. Huh? He strep off his undershirt, and undershirt is measles. Now I can't go home for 5 days because the house is just been guaranteed.
Ollie, quarantine.
Sure. What'd you say the kid's name was, Ollie? Classy, that's an odd moniker. Well, when he was born, McGee, you see, his papa didn't know what name to put on it. So somebody says, stick your finger inside the telephone book, and where finger hits, you get a name. So Papa's finger points the word classified. Classified Svensson. Very amusing, Ollie, but this ain't getting this tree sawed down. Want to take one into the saw with Ollie, Molly? Lots of fun. Good, healthy exercise.
You're sweet, dearie. But sawing down oak trees is a spectator sport for me. I'll sit here and read True Story magazine.
True Story?
Yeah, there's a story here about Wistful Vista, and if you boys will cut that tree down first, I'll read it to you.
Well, come on, McGee. Time's a wasting.
Don't you forget now, boys, I have more hot coffee and sandwiches here when you get hungry.
No. I'm so hungry I could gnaw this tree down. Don't be so eager, Beaver. You just had 3 sandwiches and 4 cups of coffee. Let's keep working. Yeah, okay.
Ah, that's it, boys. Now you're biting into it. Keep it up.
Hello, Molly. Hi, pal. Hi, Ollie. You're just in time, Junior. Want to get a merit badge for tree sawing? Hey, Ollie, let Junior take my end of this saw. No, pal. Sorry. Can't stay but a minute. I wish I could have thought to say that, Mr. Wilcox. But I got to show McGee my muscles instead of my brains.
Really in a rush, are you, Mr. Wilcox?
Yeah, Big Johnson Wax sales meeting, Molly. We've got a problem. What's the matter, boy? Needle stuck on your sales record? No, pal. I'm doing all right. I keep telling myself. But there's a little item we've got to make clear about that sensational new Johnson's water repellent glow coat. Well, what's the matter with it, Mr. Wilcox? My missus uses Johnson's water repellent glow coat all the time. She says it works wonders.
I do, too, and I'm so delighted with it.
Oh, of course you are. Gee whiz, it's marvelous. But a lot of people don't understand that all the glow coat being sold now is water repellent. It's in the same familiar container, but what's inside of it has got that built-in miracle. We're going to make that clear to everybody, that all the glow coat on the dealer's shelves right now is the water repellent glow coat. I got a simple suggestion to take care of that, Junior. Use new containers. Oh, not a chance, pal. Huh? That Johnson Broco container is so familiar and so honored all over the world. The changing it would be, well, like, gee whiz,
Heavenly days, look. Tears in his eyes at the very thought.
Well, gosh, when you really love something, you... Well, what I mean is it's the product we keep improving. The package stays the same. But hey, look, you better get back to work, pal. It's getting pretty late. So long, kid.
So long, Harlow. Well, come on, Ollie, quit gabbing. We got to get this tree sawed down. My gosh, if you're going to do a job, boy, do it right, because I'll get enough firewood out of this tree to last.
Look, McGee, out of all this work, maybe you get plenty of firewood. But me, I'm just donating my time.
Here she goes, McGee. We've done it.
Congratulations, Jim. Nice job. Except for one thing.
What one thing, Mrs.?
Oh, nothing important except that it fell right across the road and nobody can get through till you clear it away.
My gosh, I guess we had better saw a hunk out of the middle of it so cars can drive through, eh, Ollie?
Well, don't say you, McGee. Say you. Huh? I'm already late for my dinner. Well, so long, Mrs. So long, McGee. Thanks for helping me with it. What am I saying? I was helping you.
Hey, Molly, grab one end of that saw, will you? And we'll... wait a minute. Hey, old-timer.
Hello there, kids. Hi, daughter. Hi, Johnny.
Hello, Mr. Old-Timer.
Hey, you want to help me saw this?
I'd love to, Johnny, but I can't do it.
Oh, you can't, eh? What's the matter? Got hydrophobia? Afraid of a little perspiration or something?
Nope, Johnny, I just ain't in condition for it.
Huh?
I ain't no kid, you know. Doc Gamble says no exercise. I says, how about a quiet game of canasta, I says. Okay, he says, if the other fellow does all the shuffling. No, I says.
Excuse me, Mr. Old-Timer. Could it be possible you don't know how to handle a saw?
Kids, I was engaged to a lumberman's daughter for almost 12 years once.
Yeah?
Mabel, her name was. Bird's Eye Mabel, we called her. Used to take her fishing with me because she could see an angleworm at 90 paces. I was out there.
Okay. Stow the gab, old-timer. I got to get to work. This tree is...
Hey!
Yeah?
Ain't this the old Jesse James oak tree? The one the boys were supposed to have rolled into town and hid some root under it?
Yes, but that story has been pretty well exploded, Mr. Old-Timer. Himself here dug up about 4 acres around it, and you know what he found a couple of hundred of?
What? Daughter?
Roots.
Yeah, that Jesse James stuff is a lot of mahula. That Rock Island train robbery was in 1873, when this tree was just a saphead.
Sapling.
I mean saphead. You're just self-conscious, I guess.
I don't know about that, Johnny. This is a pretty old tree, and when I asked Jesse James about it, he says...
Wait a minute. You knew Jesse James?
Like a brother, daughter.
Yeah?
Never forget the time I and Jesse and Frank held up the bank in Callahan, Illinois. Got $36,000. My share was 12.
My gosh, $12,000.
No, $12. All I done was hold the horses. Well, sir, out to come banging and shooting and hollering. Let's go, boys, yelled Jesse. So I leapt onto my horse, dug in the spurs, and he bucked me off right in through the window into the bank again. I'd forgot to unhitch it.
How did you get out of that one?
I quit thinking, daughter. I slapped my $12 down on the counter and says, I want to open the Christmas savings account. Another time, me and Jesse was... Oh, excuse me, daughter. You can't handle that saw with me in the way there, can you?
I certainly can. Come on, McGee. Grab the other end.
Well, as I was saying, another time, me and Jesse was galloping towards Terre Haute, Indiana.
Oh, my, that's hard work, McGee. Let me rest a minute, will you?
Yeah, sit down a while, kiddo. This job would go a lot faster if you had somebody on the other end of that saw with you, too. If I hadn't pulled that Charlie horse in my back to put
You're
me...
sweet, dearie, but save your breath. Your turn is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
If you get another Charlie horse, maybe you can hitch them both to this 10-ton brush pile and drag it out of here.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Next time anybody talks me into chopping down this big a tree that I can cut it up into enough firewood to last us all winter, I'll burn coal. Why, George, I wouldn't have... Oh, here comes the trivia.
Yes, and Dr. Gamble. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the McGee Fume and Fuel Company.
Hi. Now, if you guys got any smart remarks about how I ought to climb back in the tree with the rest of the squirrels, just say it. I'm in no mood.
I had no such comment in mind. Did you, Doctor?
Oh, not at all, Mr. Mayor. Just because McGee here happens to get into more stupid, ridiculous, impossible messes than any human being we know, is no reason for anyone to claim that he's a human being.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well, it's too bad it had to come down, isn't it? The city hates to lose this historic old Jesse James tree.
No, they don't have to lose the Latrivia. They can have it. Right now.
Matter of fact, McGee, I asked the street department to send a removal crew out here to haul it away. They'll be along soon.
Well, thank goodness.
I don't know why the city wants it, though. There's enough dead wood in the administration as it is. Oh, nothing personal, Triv. Nothing personal.
Thank you. You know, this whole thing reminds me of a very amusing incident that occurred during my youth.
Really, Latrivia?
Yes. Yes, we had 2 young trees on our property, and one of them died.
Oh?
My brother Hugh went out with an axe to chop down the dead tree.
His axe was as dull as your story. Go ahead, Latriv. I'm fascinated.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I followed him out and called out, "You, did you hew the yew?" "Don't stew," replied Hugh. "I'll hew the yew, but this yew is such a huge yew, and so few yews of this hue of blue that I hesitate to hew such a true blue yew." Well, if you knew Hugh like I know you, you'd know why Hugh couldn't hew through the yew. I'm through. Isn't that amusing?
Oh, yes, indeed. Very good. Reminds me of a similar occurrence, Latrivia. One that happened to my sister Bee, my cousin Lee, and me. We 3 discovered bee trees. The bees from Lee's bee tree joined the bees from Bee's bee tree, so that Bee's bees and Lee's bees and the bees from the tree that belong to... What's that thing, McGee?
Huh? What thing?
Where, Doctor?
In that hollow place in the tree trunk. Over there. Looks like an old iron box.
Oh, my God. Help me get it out of here, Latriv. Why? It's the Jesse James treasure.
The Jesse James treasure?
The Jesse James treasure.
The Jesse James treasure?
Jesse James treasure. Harry found the Jesse James treasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand back. Give us a little room here, please. That's it, back.
Now you heard the mayor, now stand back. Hurry up, McGee, get the box open. I'm dying to see what it is.
I can't get it open, Molly. The padlock is all rusted. Hey, has anybody in the crowd got a sledgehammer?
Here you are, sir. I have one.
Oh, thanks, Bud. You always carry a sledgehammer?
Naturally, sir. I'm the motion picture critic for the New Yorker magazine. All right. You open it up. I'm impatient, too.
Yeah, get it open, Butterfinger.
Okay.
Here, now, what's it?
Look, McGee, an envelope, a big envelope.
Yes.
Addressed to Frank James. Great Scott. No, Frank James. I'll bet that's full of $1,000 bills. Hurry up, kiddo. Rip it open, quick.
Oh, let me see.
Quick, what's in it?
It's a note. It says, Dear Frank, I took the dough with me. Meet me in St. Louis, your brother Jesse.
Ladies and gentlemen, millions of individuals and families in Europe are still in desperate need of food and clothing.
And the best way in which you, as private citizens, can help relieve them is through CARE, a non-profit organization made up of 26 top welfare agencies. CARE packages can be sent for as little as $5.50 up to $10, and the more than the better.
Simply send your money to CARE, New York City, or in Canada to 73 Albert Street, Ottawa. You will get a signed acknowledgement from the person who receives your package.
Don't forget, there are ruthless forces in the world which make their greatest strides in countries which are hungry and desperate. And with CARE, we can help stop them.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. Makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Water Repellent Glow Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Dick LeGrand, Cliff Arquette, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Fibber and Molly join us in a moment. When you use a self-polishing floor wax on your floors, linoleum, how long do you expect it to last? Well, whatever your past experience has been, be prepared for a big surprise first time you use Johnson's Water Repellent Glow Coat. For Glow Coat now not only gives floors better protection against water and wear, it also lasts up to 4 times longer because it's water repellent. Now you can see why. Water Repellent Glow Coat doesn't disappear when moisture touches it. Water, spilled food or drinks, tracked in mud or snow, just whisk off its hard, shining surface. You can even damp mop a Glow Coat protected floor repeatedly without killing its shine. Yes, you get up to 4 times the wear from Glow Coat now because it's positively water repellent. Tomorrow, get Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat. Remember, there's been no change in the regular Glow Coat package, but there's a wonderful difference inside. We take you now to the office of Wistful Vista's #1 general practitioner, Dr. Gamble, who is examining a patient.
Waldo, my boy, I have never examined anyone who was so thoroughly exhausted and run down as you. You're in terrible shape. Look at my fingertips.
Gee, all red and scratched. What happened?
I had to sandpaper them to feel your pulse. Tell me, son, how did a big 6-footer like you get into this condition? And how long has this been going on?
Doc, up till yesterday, I felt swell. I'm working as a salesman at Silver Jack's clothing store. Well, I was on the job yesterday, healthy and happy, when this guy comes in with his wife to buy a suit. I walks up. Hi, Bud. I'm in the market for a set of threads. Show me some stuff. Certainly, sir. What type of a suit do you like?
Well, he likes them wrinkled and shiny, with pockets full of stuffed pencils and pool chalk, and a seat that looks like an empty shopping bag. But I don't. Now, let's get him one that I like.
You'll find me very easy to please, Bud. You got a nice conservative tweed and a good homespun shark skin with maybe a little large check pattern? A conservative large check in a homespun tweed shark skin? Mm-hmm. Well, that's rather a difficult order.
Well, just show us a few things. I'm sure we can select something.
Yes. And if you'll have a chair, I'll go make a selection. Let's see, you're about a 40 stub, aren't you?
No, I'm a matronly 36.
Oh, I meant the gentleman, madam.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. It's been too long since I bought a new suit. Better throw the tape on me. I got a deceptive figure. Very deep chest. Goes from my neck clear down to my hips.
Well, I guess I had better measure you, sir. Now, let me see.
Think that tape is long enough, Buster?
Well, it doesn't matter, sir. It stretches.
What's that, an elastic tape measure?
Yes, madam. It's a new feature in our fitting department. With the rubber tape, you can measure anything in the store. Any suit will fit. I mean, any suit in the store will fit.
Yeah, well, that's a wonderful idea. Very smart merchandising, Bud.
Well, thank you. Now, let me see. Chest, 29 and a half. Now, the waist, please. Waist, 39. And the hips? Hips. 44.
It's 44? Where do you carry your wallet, dearie?
In my inside coat pocket.
Oh, for a minute I thought I had something.
I think I have your size pretty well in mind now, Mr.
McGee. Fibber McGee. This is my wife, Mrs. McGee.
How do you do, I'm sure?
Mr. and Mrs. McGee. I'm Mr. Cuffington. Waldo Cuffington, Foreman and Clark, 1936, cum laude. Now, if you'll excuse me, folks, I'll show you some of our stuff.
Manly chap. Reminds me of Lloyd Nolan.
Why?
Because the last time I see Lloyd Nolan in the picture, I got into a fight with a guy over some spilled popcorn that looked just like this guy Cuffington.
I don't think Mr. Cuffington looks a bit like spilled popcorn.
Huh?
He looks to me more like... Well, look who's with us. Hello, Mr. Wimple.
Oh, hi, Wimp, old man. Nice to see you, boy.
Hello, folks. Buying a suit, Mr. McGee?
Well, I ain't in here to spear warthogs, Wimp.
I finally talked him into buying a suit, Mr. Wimple. He's lost a little weight, you see, and his trousers are so loose, it's a social hazard every time he runs for a streetcar.
Want to stick around and see what the well-dressed man is wearing his election buttons on this year, Wally?
No, thank you, Mr. McGee. I just...
Mr. Sam Gorbers, please report to the alterations department. Mr. Sam Gorbers, to alterations, please.
Well, looks like Sam made the pants too long again.
You were saying, Mr. Wimple?
I was saying that I just came in to return a suit.
Oh, how's Mrs. Wimple, Wimp?
You mean Sweetie Face, my big old wife? She's just fine, I guess. I had a card from her this morning.
Oh, out of town is she, Mr. Wimple?
No, she's at home, Mrs. McGee. But I'm living at the YMCA. She put me out of the house last week because I was naughty.
Yeah, what'd you do, Wimp?
Oh, it was nothing serious. Just a boyish prank, really.
I just bet it was.
You see, like all elephants, Sweetie Face is hardly afraid of mice. So one night while we were having dinner at a friend's house, I let a mechanical mouse run across the room. Oh, boy.
What happened, Wimp? She whammed you with the ketchup?
Oh, no, Mr. McGee. She jumped up on the table, slipped on the butter, fell into the gravy, scorched her neck on the teapot, rolled into succotash, fell off the table into a wine cooler, got ice down her neck, started to jump up and down, stepped on the hostess's foot. The hostess hit her with a lobster shell, and Sweetie Face knocked her cold with a sugar bowl. I think it was a sugar bowl.
Heavenly days, don't you know?
Well, I couldn't see very well from under the sideboard. I was so...
Selection of suits, Mr. McGee, for you...
Oh, hello, Wally. Hello, Waldo. I came in to return a suit.
What suit, Wally?
Remember when we were playing bridge during your lunch hour last week? Well, I seem to have walked off with all the clubs. Here they are. See you later.
Well, see anything here you like, Mr. McGee? Here's a nice homespun. Like it, Mrs. McGee?
Not a bit, Mr. Cuffington. I like this gray tweed, don't you, McGee?
No, that's too conservative. It looked like I just passed a dividend without speaking to it. I like this blue pinstripe.
Oh, no, that's too loud, dearie. How about the brown flannel?
Oh, that brown flannel.
That thing with my complexion. And have everybody ask me how I got out of Shanghai alive? How's about this one, the houndstooth chick?
Houndstooth is right. You could wear that to a dog fight and nowhere else. I like this nice gabardine myself.
May I suggest...
Quiet, Bud. No, that gabardine ain't for me, Molly. It's too sophisticated.
In my opinion, sir...
Well, then how about this shaggy sort of Cheviot, McGee? That's a very handsome...
Oh, no, not that thing. My gosh, it looks like it was wove out of old pipe cleaners. Well, it was a nice try, Buster, but you better show us a few more.
Very well, sir. But if you could only give me some idea of what you'd like.
My goodness, Mr. Cuffington, we have no idea till we see it. Now, you just keep trying. That's a good lad.
Yeah, stay with it, Cuff. I'm easy to please once I'm satisfied. Now, see if you can't find...
Mr. Caldwell, please. Please call Will Call, Mr. Caldwell. Call for Mr. Caldwell at Will Call. Mr. Will Caldwell wanted at Will Call. Will, Mr. Will Caldwell, please call Will Call. Thank you.
Now, you just take your time about finding a suit for my husband, Mr. Cuffington. We have all day.
Isn't that nice? Well, I'll go see what else we have.
He seems a little jumpy, don't he? Self-conscious kid, I guess. Probably don't get many discriminating customers like us, and he don't know how.
Hello there, Molly. Hello, McGee.
Well, my goodness, it's his honor. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hi, Latriv. Tell me, Latriv, as a politician, what did you think of Truman's budget message?
Well, to give you a politician's answer, McGee, I'd say I both agreed and disagreed with it, and I'll have to give it further study before I can make a definite statement, although I can say right now that it had its points, both good and bad, and should be judged carefully in a nonpartisan manner to achieve the best results for the good of the country. Please don't quote me.
Oh, we won't, Mr. Mayor. We won't.
No.
At least I won't, because I'm not quite sure what you said.
Me too, either. Him also. You come in to buy some clothes, did you, Latriv?
No, I met Wallace Wimple, and he said you were here, and I wanted to invite you both to a dinner party at my apartment tonight. Impromptu and informal, about 8:30-ish.
Ah, well, thank you, Mr. Mayor. We'll be delighted to come.
Yeah, gee, thanks, Latriv. 8:30, eh? We usually eat dinner about 6 o'clock-ish, but I'll sneak myself a sandwich about 7-ish to hold my appetite-ish.
Splendid. And if he's buying a new suit, Molly, please ask him to wear it tonight.
Oh, I will, Mr. Mayor.
Good. The last time he came to my house, my butler started pointing out which windows he wanted washed. Well, I'll see you tonight.
8:30. Oh, boy. This is wonderful, Molly. That rut guy really knows how to feed 'em up, too.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
Yeah.
I hadn't been to a good party. Ah, there, Mr. Cuffington. More suits, I see.
Quite a lot more here. There we are. At least a dozen to select from. I think you'll find something here you'll like, Mr. McGee.
See anything in that batch you like, Molly?
No, I can't say I do, McGee. Except maybe this herringbone.
Oh, the herringbone is a very nice thing.
No herringbones. How about this plaid?
No plaids, dearie. Not for you. Too bulky.
If I might suggest
Look, McGee. Here's a nice gray sack suit.
Sack suit is right. Looks like they just took the potatoes out of it. Look, Cuffy, go get another batch and see if you can.
The King's Men and Chattanooga Shoeshine Boy. Have you ever passed a corner of 4th and Strand where a little ball of rhythm has a shoeshine stand? People gather around and they clap their hands. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pumps a boogie-woogie rag, the Chattanooga Shoeshine Boy. He charges you a nickel just to shine one shoe. He makes the old kind of leather look like you. You feel as though you want to dance when he gets through. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pops a boogie-woogie rag, the Chattanooga Shoeshine Boy. It's a wonder that the rag don't tear the way he makes it pop. Oh, you ought to see him fan the air with his
hoppity, hippity, hippity, hoppity, hoppity, hippity, hop. He opens up for business when the clock strikes 9. He likes to get up early when they're feeling fine. Everybody gets a bit of rise and shine from this great big bundle of joy. He pops a boogie-woogie rag, a Chattanooga shoe-shine boy, boy, boy. Oh, shake that boy. That's it, little man. Give me that boogie shine. Now that boy. Look at him go. Yeah. He charges you a nickel just to shine one shoe. He makes the old kind of leather look like new. Before you want to bet when he gets through, he's a great big bundle of joy. He pops a boogie-woogie rag, the Chattanooga shoe-shine boy, boy, boy. That hippity-hoppity, hoppity, hippity, hippity-hoppity shoe-shine boy.
Well, Waldo, I'm beginning to see how you got into this nervous condition. Did you finally sell him a suit?
Did I finally sell him a suit? Look, Doc, I showed him and his wife at least 45 suits. I showed him everything but a paratrooper's uniform and a deep-sea diver's outfit. Did I sell him a suit? Did I sell him a suit?
No. Relax, Waldo. There you are, my boy. Don't excite yourself. Here. Sit down. Boy. Now drink this. Slowly now, slowly. That's it. Now, just lie back, Waldo, and close your eyes a minute. Try to think of something pleasant, like strangling McGee. Now then, what happened?
Well, it was like this, Doc.
We finally found one we like, Mr. Cuffington.
Oh, fine, Mrs. McGee. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I told you we weren't hard to please once I was satisfied, Bud. Show him the suit we both like, Molly.
Here it is. The blue-gray Chevy.
Oh, no. That ain't the one, kiddo. No. It was the brownish-looking tweed.
No, it wasn't, sweetheart. It was the... Wait a minute. Wasn't it the dark blue gabardine?
Oh, I didn't like that at all, remember? Looks like a chief petty officer who cut off his brass button so he could sneak a couple of martinis.
May I suggest that you try...
No. As long as we can't agree on any of these, Mr. Cuffington, we'd better look at a few more.
But, Mrs. McGee, there aren't any more. I've showed you everything.
What do you mean there aren't any more? You mean this pile of remnants is your entire stock? Why, I wear more clothes than this to shovel off the front walk. And furthermore, if I...
Now, wait a minute, McGee.
Huh?
Remember the beautiful double-breasted cashmere suit we saw in the window? The tan one?
It was gray, wasn't it?
No, it was tan.
I think it was gray.
Tan, I'm sure.
Gray, I'm positive. How about it, Cuffy? The suit in the window. Is it gray or tan?
It's a tan sport jacket on a pair of gray slacks, Mr. McGee.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that sounds good. Get him out of the window, will you, Bud?
Out of it? You mean you... Well, yes, right away. Now, don't go away.
We won't.
You better find something for me pretty soon or I'll lose patience with that guy. As it is, I think I've been pretty nice about this. I don't often go for a whole high, Junior.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hello, Molly. Hi, pal. Well, you finally broke down and decided to treat your gorgeous body to a new yard of burlap, eh?
Yeah, I thought my old suit was okay, though. 2 cops stopped me on the street yesterday and tried to hang a vagrancy rap on me.
Well, I'd like to stay and see what you wind up with here, pal, if only out of morbid curiosity. But I can't. Glad I saw you anyway.
Thank you, Mr. Wilcox. Always nice to see you, too.
Very courteous of you to say so, Junior. Not that I don't hear a lot of people say that. I remember a friend of mine, an inventor. Hey, did I ever tell you about Parker? He invented a kind of a pencil sharpener that you stick your fingers in, turn a crank, and it gives you a manicure.
No, I don't believe I ever heard
about it. What was his name again, McGee?
Parker. No Knuckles Parker, he called him. But that was later. Well, sir. Oh, you got to go, Junior?
Yes, I have. And by way of explanation, pal, the reason I was glad I saw you buying a suit here was that it gave me a great idea for a sales talk on Johnson's sensational water-repellent glow coat.
Well,
you see, a lot of people just don't realize that all the glow coat on their dealer's shelves is the new water-repellent glow coat. They see that familiar container without realizing that the outside is the same, but that all glow coat now on sale has that built-in water-repellent quality. The water-repellent quality that saves time, actually saves you money, because it stays on your floors up to 4 times longer. Glow Coat's wax shine remains even after repeated damp moppings. You see...
Yeah, but what's that got to do with me buying a suit?
So, when I saw you buying a suit, I said to myself, Charlie, I said...
Charlie, your name is Harlow.
I know, but when I think of what water-repellent glow coat means to particular housewives, I am beside myself with delight. And I call my other self Charlie.
Oh, my gosh, if that ain't the far-fetchedest...
So I said to myself, Charlie, here's a man who is the same old stuff underneath, but with a new suit, you won't know him. But with water-repellent glow coat, it's the new stuff inside under the familiar exterior. Now, get the analogy?
No.
Me either.
Well, gosh, if you don't, certainly nobody else will, so I better think up something else, I guess. Well, I'll see you later, kid.
Goodbye, Mr. Heavenly days, McGee. Where is that sales?
Attention, please. Will the store detective please come to Mr. Silverjack's office at once? The customer we threw out this morning is back with a wire for Mr. Silverjack.
My gosh, they call the store dick when a guy brings a telegram?
I said a wire, sir. He's strangling the boss with it.
Well, that's life in the... Ah, there, Bud. You got that coat and pants out of the window?
What took you so long, Mr. Cuffington?
Well, the window display was locked, and the window dresser had the key, and he was busy window dressing another window, and I couldn't make him hear me. So I had to go outside and rap on the window, and I rapped too hard, and I broke the glass and cut my hand a little. Got bawled out by the manager. By the time I got some iodine put on my hand, and dried my tears from being bawled out.
Hold it, Bud. Hold it. Never mind the sob story. Where's the coat and pants you sent you after?
Yes, the ones in the window that we like.
Yeah.
So...
So, a fine salesman you are. Here you had easy sale on your hands and let it slip right out the window. Why, my gosh, if...
Now, you never mind, McGee. It wasn't really his fault.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. McGee, thank you. That's the first kind word I've had today. May I kiss your hand?
Hey, look, Cuffy. I think you're too emotional for this job. I come in here for the simple reason I want to buy a suit of clothes. And did you show me something I liked? No.
But, Mr. McGee, well, you've seen everything we have in the store, and, gee, I've spent 3 hours showing you things. And...
Yes, we know that. But we've spent 3 hours here, too. Don't you forget that.
Yeah. My time is pretty valuable, too, Buster. Why, I fiddled around in here till my...
Say, look, Mr. McGee, why don't you let us make you a suit? We have a wonderful tailoring department.
Say, that's not a bad idea. I've always wanted a tailored suit, but always been told they didn't have needles the right shape.
Go ahead, dearie. Get a tailored suit. After all, it's only money.
I'll do it. Show me some samples of material, Bud, and make it snappy.
Yes, sir. I'll be right back.
I wonder if I ought to have it made with 2 pairs of pants, because it gets pretty cold these days. Maybe 2 pairs.
Well, hello there, McGee. Hello, Mrs.
Well, hello, Ole.
Oh, hi, Ole.
Are you playing a little hooky from your job today, Ole?
Oh, no, Mrs. I got leave of absence. I got to come to the clothing store and get a new leather jacket. My old leather jacket was just worn out. Had 18 holes like a golf course. You buying the suits, McGee?
Yeah. Tailored, of course. None of that off-the-rack stuff for me, Ole. I'm pretty fussy about my clothes, you know.
Oh, sure, I know. I hear lots of members of Elks Club talk about your clothes.
Yeah?
Everybody thinks you use their imported suits.
They do, eh?
What made them think that, Ole?
Well, they say nobody sells clothes like that in this country for the last 15 years.
Oh, yeah? Well, you can tell them wise guys for me that... Oh, here's Cuffington again, Molly. Got some samples with you, Cuff?
Yes, sir. Hundreds of them, sir. I'm sure you'll find something here you'll like.
Heavenly days. We certainly ought to out of all those. You see, Ole, McGee's going to have a suit tailored out of these samples.
Oh, good gracious, missus. You was kidding.
What do you mean she's kidding?
A whole suit out of little pieces of square cloth like that? Well, all I got to say, McGee, you wear that down to El's Club and we send you home wrapped in a pool cue. So long, missus.
Goodbye.
Very amusing. You've got these little swatches for all the material. There's awful looking stuff in this batch. Show me some more, will you, Bud?
Certainly, sir. Now, this book here shows some very nice worsteds and...
No. No worsteds. You got any gabardines?
Yes, madam. In this book here, some quite nice...
No, I don't want gabardine, Bud. Show me some blue serges.
Yes, sir.
Blue serge gets too shiny here.
How about a tweed?
Oh, I have some grand tweeds here, sir. They're just...
I don't like tweeds. They always have twigs woven into them. Let's see some homespun.
I'd rather have a shark skin myself.
Shark skin? Yes, sir.
Shark skin? Oh, no, McGee. I think a nice herringbone.
Huh?
Have you any samples of herringbone, young man? Young man, Well, my goodness, where'd he go, McGee?
Up on the chandelier. Just gave a kind of a little moan and jumped straight up in the air. See, there he is. Swinging on the chandelier. And making faces. Hey, Bud. I changed my mind about buying a suit. The only thing wrong with my own is the pants are too loose. Come on down and show me a nice belt.
And after you jumped out the window, Waldo, for which I don't blame you, you came right to me?
Yeah, I think so. I was kind of dazed, Doc. I feel better now. Thanks a lot.
Well, that's all right, Waldo. You've been through a pretty harrowing experience. You better go out tonight and have some fun. Relax.
I can't, Doc. I can't afford it. Now I'm out of a job on account I'll never go back to that store. That McGee guy might come in again.
So what? You can always jump out the window again. Look, I'm going to a party tonight at Mail of Trivia's. Why don't you come along? Just for laughs.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, gee, Doc, it's mighty nice of you, but...
Oh, come on. You'll have fun, and you need it. Oh, nurse, call the mayor. Tell him I'm bringing a guest with me, and tell him we'll get...
Nice party, ain't it, Molly? I've had so many horse duvers, I'm straining my new bell.
Me too, dearie. The mayor is a fine host, isn't he?
Yeah.
And a wonderful dancer, too. Oh, look. There's that nice young man who waited on us this afternoon.
Cuffington? Where?
Over there with Dr. Gamble.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Cuffington. Remember me? McGee?
No! Oh, no!
Fibber and Molly return in a moment. When you want a floor wax that will shine brighter, last longer, and take hours of hard work out of housekeeping, just remember three things about Johnson's Glow Coat. It's self-polishing, it's positively water-repellent, it now lasts up to 4 times longer. Now, I know I don't have to tell you, an experienced homemaker, just how much those three things mean to you in brighter floors, a brighter home, with far less work, and a real saving in money. Glow Coat is self-polishing. It's water-repellent. It lasts up to 4 times longer. Give yourself the benefit of the greatest development in floor care of the past 15 years. Tomorrow, ask your dealer for the self-polishing floor wax that is positively water-repellent. Ask for Johnson's Glow Coat.
paper a few minutes before I go to bed, Molly. Hey, did you hear about that $1 million robbery in Boston?
Yes, terrible.
Read how them robbers tied up the employees and gagged them? How they'd have choked to death if Milt hadn't have busted in just in the nick of time?
Milt?
Milt and Burl. Snatched the gags right out of their mouths.
Good night, all.
Makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Water Repellent Glow Coat, Racine, Wisconsin, and Brantford, Canada. Bring you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Be with us again next Tuesday night, won't you?
Here's news, big news for homemakers. There's a marvelous new laundry finish on the market today. It's Brisk, B-R-I-S-K, made by the makers of Johnson's Wax. Brisk does far more than ordinary starch can do because it's a starch plus, a revolutionary starching mix that contains a miraculous new ingredient, fabric wax, and that gives 4 wonderful new advantages. Brisk gives clothes the body and texture they had when new, gives that brisk look without that scratchy feel, keeps starchables 8 o'clock fresh all day long, cuts 15 minutes from every ironing hour on Brisk finished garments. Tomorrow, try Brisk, B-R-I-S-K, Johnson's Brisk. Get it at your dealer.
An Adventure in Big Town is next on NBC.
Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Water Repellent Glow Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Dick LeGrand, Elvia Allman, Herb Weigren, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Production by Frank Pittman and music by the Kingsmen and Billy Mills Orchestra. Fibber and Molly join us in a moment. You know, some things never change. The way of a man with a maid, the way of a child with a doll, the way of a woman with a well-loved home. That's why there are gracious old homes today whose fine hardwood floors have never known the touch of any floor polish but Johnson's Paste Wax. Grandmother discovered more than 60 years ago that there is no better perfection for wood than this aristocrat of wax. And wise granddaughters today know that nothing has ever been discovered that gives forth such brilliant luster in exactly the same way as Johnson's Paste Wax. Whether your home is a stately old mansion or a bright new honeymoon cottage, you can make it brighter and more beautiful and make your floor care easier for months to come by giving your floors a protective coating of polished wax. The wax to get is Johnson's Paste Wax. Thanks for it at your dealer. On a crisp winter evening like tonight, there's nothing like an old-fashioned sleigh ride. A thick carpet of snow on the ground, a team of horses, an open sleigh, a bunch of jolly friends riding...
Cut out the corny speeches, Junior. Sit down, you're rocking the sleigh.
Well, I was just trying to...
Sit down, Harlow. You're standing on my foot.
Oh, excuse me, Doc. Move over, somebody.
There's plenty of room here, Mr. Wilcox, next to Maryland Trivia. I can sit on your lap, I bet you.
This is great, ain't it, Molly? Come on, boy. Get up, chick. You warm enough, kiddo?
Wonderful, dearie. Snug as a thug in the jug. The corn of praise. How's everybody riding back there? Having fun?
Wonderful.
Yes, this is very interesting, Molly. I haven't enjoyed myself so much since last night.
What did you do last night that was so much fun, LaTriv?
I turned down an invitation to go sleigh riding and stayed home. There's much to be said for it.
Well, our mayor is too soft for this rugged outdoor stuff, children. He prefers indoor sport.
I married one myself.
Oh, I love the outdoors. The sharp, crisp air, the snow in my face, the sound of Hey, give me some of that lap robe, Latrivia. You want me to freeze to death?
No. Don't be a robe hog, Doctor. Gee whiz, Doc, you've already got that lap robe wrapped around you twice.
Oh, wait a minute, boy. You're exaggerating there, Junior.
Sure he is.
The lap robe was never made that would go twice around that big bale of beef.
Now, McGee, don't start chipping at the doctor's beef.
Those guys kill me. Griping about the cold back there under 18 blankets and robes. Look at me up here busting the breeze with nothing on but my Mackinac.
And 3 sweaters.
And fur mittens up to his armpits, and 2 pairs of socks over his shoes.
Besides being wrapped from his chin to his hips in a 3-inch layer of blubber.
Well, I keep warm, don't I?
What makes your coat pockets bag out like that, Mr. McGee? Sandwiches?
Hot water bottles. Hey, boy, let's go there. Get up, kid.
Say, McGee, is Ole still back there? I haven't heard a peep out of Ole for an hour.
Sure, I'm having a wonderful time, missus. You